Wait. Oh, I'm so annoying. Hi, everyone. It's your girl Jay, and I'm here with the ever so lovely
Yes.
and you are listening to watching The Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 13th and Crenshaw where you can sit back, relax, and talk about K-pop with your friends. Today we have a pretty packed schedule, a lot of scandals happening. Alexa, she won a American Song Contest. We have news about Jiho from Oh My Girl leaving, and we also have a bit of a controversy that Sserafim is already getting into, despite the fact that they only debuted like last week. But before we get into all that, hello everyone! Hi! Jazz, how are you doing? How was your week?
That's all right. Yeah, I'm good.
Didn't do anything fun, wild, or crazy?
Yeah. Well, my birthday.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Which I totally forgot until just now that was this week. Because this week was long.
True.
I don't know why.
Facts.
But I didn't really do anything. It was also Mother's Day, I guess.
Oh yeah,
So.
that's kind. Is that not like a cute thing that you're born like near Mother's Day? Oh, like no, my mom hated it. She was like,
My mom was, yeah, she's like, basically like, oh, you owe me Mother's Day dinner because I didn't get to eat on Mother's Day because I was in labor with you.
Oh, that's very cute. Also, probably when you were younger, at least maybe to like 9 or 10, it was more like, it's about to be Jasmine's birthday, and then you probably made her like, you know, like a macrame painting with a footprint of your baby feet or something like that. So she probably had to miss out. But that's actually funny because I have something kind of similar. I was born the day before my mom's birthday. So I'm October 10th and she's October 11th. So yeah, I think similarly, probably when I was a baby, I was like, wait, parents have birthdays? Fake. Anyway, I want an easy bake oven, a Polly Patch Kid. Yeah. Next.
All your gifts are mine now.
Gimme. Yes. Okay, let's all sing happy birthday to Jazz.
Oh gosh.
The just most awkward thing. Okay, ready, chat? Yeah. 1.
Oh no.
2.
I like how you say that and then proceed to do it. Okay.
Y'all better be singing. I have cameras in your home, all right? I know if you're singing or not. I get arrested. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I can't hear y'all. Happy birthday, dear Jasmine. You said you were going to take soprano too. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Do you want to tell the people your age or no? We're keeping it home.
Oh gosh.
You can tell your industry age. Now that
I'm 23.
There we go. And I am 22.
I'm 21.
Okay, I'm 20. I like that better. I actually tried to dress a little Gen Z today. I saw that, what is it called? Y2K is coming back. So I got my little Y2K runched top and my little Y2K furry bucket hat. So
I've been trying to I want to get a bucket hat because they're so cute. And I've always liked them, but people were always like, that's not cute. Like, that's like, you look stupid.
Those people had no
but now it's coming back.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, maybe I can get a bucket hat.
There's really cute ones. There's really cute ones on Urban Outfitters or something or whatever.
Isn't Urban Outfitters expensive though?
It is. You're right. Yeah, never mind.
I remember going into the store and was like, I'm never coming back in here.
Honestly.
Ever again. And then I never did.
It's very intimidating at other levels because I don't even think I would fit anything in Urban Outfitters. Like accessories maybe, but like actual clothes, like I swear it goes from XXL to like extra medium or something. Like
is that just large?
I don't know. They call it extra medium just to have a little bit sass, to put a little salt-based sprinkle on it.
This would be different.
But yeah, I am very like, I don't know. I'm also very nonchalant about birthdays on this part. I don't think it's necessarily though about being scared to get older or anything like that. It's just that like I'll celebrate it next year. You know, like it's like whatever. It doesn't really matter. So
yeah,
this is what y'all have to look forward to.
Oh no! I mean, my mom turned 60 last year, and she made it a whole entire big thing. Like, she always makes her birthday like a big thing. Even like this year, She's turning 61, so she's like, I'm gonna do a sweet 61 since it's like 16.
Oh, that's so cute!
So, she's like very excited. So you could be like her, or you could be like me, and just not.
There's only two ways you can be. Pick one. All right. That's cute. Okay, now I want to like revigorate my interest in birthdays because that is so cute. I feel like if you put an effort, then it can be fun. But yes, I want to know, are you drinking anything tonight?
I like poured a little bit of white wine and then I have water.
Oh, okay. I don't even have water. Well, my water's over there, but yeah, I had some red wine. I was just too lazy to pour it. Are you guys drinking anything in chat? Oh yes, Leanne, she was finishing her paper. She said either I'll finish my paper and I'll be ready for the show, or well, since I'm coming anyway, so paper finished or not. So Nada's making Leanne like throw her assignments to the wind. But yeah, guys, we have a packed night tonight. I saw that people are ready to tussle about this Jessica thing. So, you know, I'm going to save the best for last and make it one of the last things we talk about. But jumping straight into the stories tonight, we are going to talk about one Alexa Christine, who ate the girls up on one American Song Show contest. Wait, is that what it's called? America Song Show contest?
Yes, maybe something like that.
I just know the name is abysmal. It's just like the most like generic, like, because it's supposed to be like an American Eurovision, but Eurovision sounds cool. American Song Contest sounds like you put some work.
I guess they're like Amerivision. They're like, that doesn't sound.
That sounds awesome. Amerivision.
Amerivision.
They should have called it. They should have called it WandaVision and just got it over with.
That's how you get people to watch. They're like, wait, WandaVision had a second season? And then they're like, wait a minute. Where's Wanda? Where's Vision? Maybe I gotta keep watching and then they'll appear? I don't know.
Maybe she's in the second episode. What's going on here? Yeah, it's supposed to be a ode to Eurovision, which I know, you know, year by year, a lot of Americans have been getting interested in. So the story here is that on May 9th, K-pop star Alexa was announced the winner of the first ever season of American Song Contest. So this show, which had 8 episodes, ran from March 21st to May 9th, and it's basically, like we mentioned, a musical reality competition television series, and it's basically America's answer to Eurovision. So all my Europeans in the chat say, hey! We're trying to copy you, and we kind of flopped. So essentially 50 states...
I think the Eurovision people actually made this.
What was that?
Or the Eurovision people actually like were involved with this.
Oh, really? So why they make it flop so much? Oh, they were sad.
Well, I think America made it flop, so
I think the Europeans made it flop because they're like, don't ever do that again. Okay.
They brought it here. They bring it here and they're like, you know what? You can't have it. Like, why did you take this?
They're gaslighting us. No. Exactly. So yeah, it's 50 states, 5 territories in Washington, D.C. They compete for the title of Best Song. So I was like looking, because I was reading, because honestly, I didn't know much about Eurovision. But basically, how it works in Eurovision is that each like country or whatever, they have like a national song contest. And through that, they like choose a representative to then do the Eurovision. But how they did it here was that there was a rep, like I guess, I don't know how they chose it, but there was a rep for each state. And then you, depending on how far you go, you perform it up to 3 times. So there was a first week, which was like the first round, and each of the states / territories or whatever were like cut up into heats. And then so you perform the first round, and then whoever gets chosen like from their individual heats gets to go to the semifinals. They perform the same song again, and then whoever it's like semifinals is like split into 2 heats, so a couple people from each heat get to go to the grand finale, and then they choose. So she had to perform this Wonderland song 3 times, which I watched all 3 performances, and yeah, they tweaked it here and there. I definitely think she really went all out, especially outfit wise for the last one, but I'm like, this is kind of like, I don't know. It's weird. That was like a weird way to do it. But eventually, Alexa, who was representing Oklahoma, won with her song Wonderland. So I think what's really funny in addition to this, and I think you pointed it out to me first, is that while Alexa was repping Oklahoma, and she technically is like, she's famous, right? Maybe she's not a huge name in America, but she's like a famous K-pop star. There were also other famous people that were in the competition. Like Michael Bolton. Yes, that Michael Bolton. Isn't he? Tell me how am I supposed to live without you? Like, Uncle, what are you doing? Like, I was like, Uncle Bolton, who put him on this stage? Because he performed a song called Beautiful World. He was repping Connecticut. Macy Gray was apparently in it.
Oh, yeah. And Cisco's, I think he did Maryland's.
Yeah, I think he was Maryland. And do you remember what Macy Gray's was?
I do not remember.
I swear I saw Alaska, and I was like, no, y'all playing in my face. She don't live in no Alaska. Stop this foolishness. But I couldn't even find her performance, so I don't know. But Cisco, that is uncle energy. That's big uncle energy when he was up there being like, ooh, that dress so scary. He actually didn't sing thong song, but like...
I was going to say, wait, you can do a song you already did?
I was confused, and I was like, why is this young man not singing thong song? But then I realized it had to be an original song. But it was essentially...
Macy Gray was Ohio.
What, Ohio? Macy Gray?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like people are like changing their birth certificates because I don't remember her coming from Ohio. But he was up there going, ooh, that dress is so scandalous. And I was like, okay, work, uncle. But they all got beat by Miss Alexa. She said, Michael Bolton, go back home. And he did. So yeah, she won. Like Andre saying, she ate no crumbs left. She was serving. It was giving stage presence. I watched a compilation video of like all the people who performed. And while I definitely think there's better vocalists than her, in terms of all over performance, I feel like she had one of the best like productions. So as part of being the winner, she gets some prizes. She gets to actually perform at the Billboard Music Awards, which is happening this Sunday, apparently. Ooh. Girl, I had no idea.
Anything that, but ooh.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I don't know. She gets her song Wonderland automatically added to iHeartRadio stations across the US. So she'll get that.
Oh, that's probably why I heard her on the radio.
Oh, you did? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's already in action. Okay. And then she also gets to be in a T-Mobile commercial, apparently. So that might be good.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe it's like she gets to be in it, but it's more like the song gets to be featured in it. Which is,
okay.
yeah. But yeah, she's kind of eating crumbs left. And so for those of you guys who aren't familiar with Alexa, I did give a little background, but essentially I know her from Produce 48. She participated in Produce 48. It was you were talking about before, it was a kind of tragic run because like, what song did she perform?
I think it was like Peekaboo, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was Peekaboo, and it was like, I don't think she was bad per se, but I remember that team just not doing well. And she ended up placing 82nd when she got eliminated. But she also is kind of like a reality show alumni because even prior to participating in Produce 48, she also was part of this thing called Rising Legends, which was a talent search that was like kind of online, and it was held in collaboration. Well, the first season was held in collaboration with Soompi and JYP Entertainment, and then the second season in 2017 was in collaboration with Cube and Soompi, and I think she actually won that one. And I guess the prize was getting a chance to audition for Cube, but then she ended up signing with Zany Bros ZB label in 2018. So she's been like, everywhere. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, she's done a lot. So, I implore everyone to check out the video of her winning because it literally is like her winning, like, Mnet Countdown. Like, it's like everyone's there. They announce the winner. They tally the score. She's like crying. And I thought that was really, really, sweet. So, of course, with this, I had some questions because everyone's kind of wondering what's next for Alexa. So what do you think this newfound fame or this winningness means? Do you think that this should mean that she's going to pivot her career to focus in the US? Do you think that this is a great chance for her to bring her huge victory on NBC's American Song Contest back in Korea and use that kind of as like a stepping stone to kind of maybe boost her image in Korea? Like, what do you think is the best move for Alexa to do next with this newfound success, I guess?
Like both of them, both things. She can do both.
All of the above. Do you think her winning this is going to make a significant impact on, like, her ability? Like, okay, I want to say that because I don't want to be, like, whatever, but I saw a lot of people being like, oh, nobody really cares about the American Song Contest. This doesn't mean what you think it means. It's not that big of a deal. So do you think that this is, like, that her winning this is a big enough deal for her to actually have a chance of, like, hitting one on Billboard and stuff like that? As an American who saw how this show, because you actually did watch it, the first
only the first episode. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how the views were like
they weren't great.
Of it.
They weren't great.
They were what?
They weren't great, but it's also, I guess, NBC, so you can maybe argue because it's their show, they're going to push the winner, maybe?
Like compared to other shows, how well is it? I don't
know. I mean, do you think the whole, like, competition, like, how do you think the whole competition show, I guess, atmosphere in America is in the first place? Because even though this did have famous people on it, I would liken it to, like, an American Idol, The Voice. And I know there's been, like, you know, kind of criticism with The Voice, with, like, they haven't really produced a star in years. Same with American Idol. So,
yeah.
Do you think this will be any different?
It could be. It seems different in the fact that they are giving her, like, better deals than what I've seen for American Idol and The Voice, where it's like, we're going to push this song. You're going to perform it places. You're going to get, like, visibility. While with American Idol, I feel like the problem with it was, like, no one knows what the contract was or is. It's kind of like, yeah, you get a contract with this thing, and then it's like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like, are they actually, what are you giving me? So, because I feel like they would get a contract, but then be left behind for a lot of the American Idol winners. And The Voice, I don't even know what they win. Do they win money?
I don't know at all.
I think they win money, which is a problem.
Yeah, I really
once
don't even know.
With this money, then it's just like, what do you do? Like, that's not giving you anything. That's just giving you money. So it could be different for her.
That's true. I did think, like, the radio play, because I am still, like, even as I get, like, I still don't know how radio play works and how it factors in, because as I don't listen to radio, but I also don't drive. So, like, I imagine where people mostly listen to radio is in their car. But I thought when I saw that BBMA performance, I was like, ooh, because people do check out the BBMAs, if not just to, like, see if their fave won the category that they want them to win or whatever. So I feel like that's, like, really decent exposure. And even the T-Mobile commercial, if it plays enough, I've heard, like, songs getting stuck in people's head just because it's on a commercial that always comes on. So I think it's a decent deal. I'm gonna hop in chat real quick to say what you guys are saying, or see what you guys are saying, I should say. Let's see. Tanisha says, to be honest, I'm kind of worried for her, even if she wants to target the American market. You know how American market is to Asians, and then there's Korea. You know, that's interesting, because one of the things that I wanted to kind of peep is whether for like a lack of a better term, she won because in this competition there's like a jury vote and then there's like a public vote. So the public vote is like voting, like, you know, American voting, and the jury vote is they form this jury with like one representative of every state. I don't know how they determine who got to be the rep, but they all have kind of like, you know, some type of something to do with like entertainment or whatever. So she seemed to like eat no crumbs left with the public vote. And part of me was like, okay, is it K-pop fans? Is it her already existing fan base? But it seemed like for the most part, even just like, you know, random general public fans seemed like they liked her and thought she put on a good performance and stuff. So, like, yes, don't get me wrong, America's racist, but it seemed like if she won, that means somebody likes her. You know what I mean? Like, that means like there was everyone who was watching, which I think this is a very middle America show, if you know, if that makes sense. Like the family of family of four sits down after like that kind of thing. So if they're willing to, if she was able to, like, you know, win over all those type of people who usually watch like American Idol Live and stuff like that, I feel like that's a good sign.
That's true. Yeah, I also think it's for older people.
Yeah, that's true.
I just feel like older people watch like competition shows. Like my grandma used to watch a lot of like The Voice. So You Think You Can Dance, Dancing with the Stars. She was like into all of that.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fortunate says The Voice is shitty. It's more about the judges than the contestants. That's so true. I always know what Ariana Grande and Kelly Clarkson are doing, but never what the winners are doing.
Yeah.
Which is like,
that's so true.
If I really wanted to try to make it big off a singing show, I think that's one of the last ones I would go on.
Oh yeah. I don't think I'd go on any show at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe even now American Idol to me is trash. Like I do, like it's on right now and I don't even know
who's in it, who's judging. Yeah. It's really fallen for grade. When they were about to I know like a couple years back they were about to like finish, like wrap up for good. I'm like, y'all should have went with that.
They did.
But then why are they back?
They wrapped up for good. Then ABC bought the show. And then they brought it back. And then Katy Perry and Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan, I think it's who it is, are now the
country
judges.
Guy? Is that a country?
Yeah.
Okay.
You always gotta have a country guy.
You gotta have the pop diva, the Randy Jackson, and the country guy. Exactly. Also, shout out to Fortunate. I love your icon. Very, very in theme with our little bar theme. Paola says, because she won this show, contractually she will be doing promotions here in the States. They will also give her a second single to see if that does well. Oh, okay. So at least in the foreseeable future, we'll see her promoting the US. And that's nice that they you know, you're right, Jasmine. This is actually good because she has in writing what she gets if she wins the show, and it's like decent. So it's like they can't really just throw her because it's like you at least promised her a couple things. So yeah, this is one of the better shows. Oops. Andre says, I mean, I would hope this means it'll help her if her label plays it right. I don't see her pulling BTS numbers, but obviously she could be successful. Yeah. I think I was reading in, I don't know if it was Reddit or some other forum where they were talking about how like it's especially this BBMA performance is especially good because I think only BTS is the only Korean K-pop artist who's performed at the BBMAs.
Not even Psy?
Psy performed at the American Music Awards, but I don't believe he performed at the BBMAs. Yeah, so she could be like, me along with BTS Sunbae Nim, you know, we're out here performing at the BBMAs. The girls aren't doing it like us. Like, and, you know, people are just going to have to choke because she's not right. I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine her being like, don't look at me and BTS, we're like this.
We're on the same level. We're actually equal. I am BTS.
I'm in their new Proof album. Look out for me. I don't know how, but I'm gonna make it work. Paolo says radio play helps a lot with chart placement and making it ubiquitous for non-tech age groups like kids and elders. I work in music publishing and previous label. Paula coming with the facts. Okay. Because I knew it was still relevant, but I didn't know really how, now that streaming is such a
The radio?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. I feel like the radio makes you like songs because you can't get away from it.
Pink.
Oh gosh, I feel like I still don't know what station you've been on, but you appear in Pink. I just think you have bad luck.
No,
because I don't hear Pink a lot at all.
Literally from like 2000, like I don't know, 16 to like 18. No, probably like 2015 to like 18. That's all they would play. It was like contractually obligated for radio stations to play Pink every other song, and I was just like, enough. I will not raise my glass. Okay. That was so annoying.
But that was a good song. So
maybe the first time, but not the thousandth time.
No, I think the whole time, because I think I've listened to it that many times. It's really bad.
Fair enough. But yeah, I'm really excited for her, especially kind of reading about her past and how she's been at this for a while. She's quite young. She's only 25, but she's been at this for a while, so it's really cool. I think it's a cool testament to like if you keep at it, you'll get there.
Yeah.
So I definitely
keep a good attitude, because I feel like she seems very grateful, even though she's been through a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And like reading some of the interviews after she won, it was just like you could tell how like, you know, gracious and like happy she was about this. And it's quite funny because Oklahoma is very like, get along little doggies. And you know, she's this K-pop flashy idol, so she was kind of talking about how like a lot of people probably assumed the rep for Oklahoma would be something country, but she was happy she could show like a different side of Oklahoma. But yeah, okay, maybe not now. I don't hear Pink now, but like back in the day, that's why I took the radio out of my car, because she was accosting me with raise your glass. Oh wait, let me not get sued. But yeah, Pink.
Can they sue you for singing a song?
Maybe, I don't know, because like sue me, but then also I'm slandering her. So maybe she's like,
I still don't think they can sue you for that, for saying you don't like a song. Just imagine. Everybody would be in jail by somebody.
I was gonna say, I'm sure they'll find a way in the future to sue somebody just for not liking a song.
Gosh, no.
All right.
That'd be like Pandora's box.
All right. So good luck to Alexa and congratulations on her win. Moving on to the next topic. It's more of a sad topic. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pivot to a bit sadder news. But Jiho from Oh My Girl leaves the company and her group. So on May 9th, WM Entertainment announced that Oh My Girl member Jiho would be leaving the group and the company. So in the statement, one of the quotes were, the agency has renewed exclusive contracts with 6 of the members of Oh My Girl, with deep trust and confidence in each other built over working together for 7 years. We plan to not hold back on our full support so that the 6 members can promote actively in diverse fields. Furthermore, we will respect Jiho's decision to head towards her new dream after the end of long, in-depth conversations with the members and, of course, the agency as well. And we inform you that her exclusive contract with us has ended. So on the same day, she released a handwritten letter to fans, basically, you know, saying that the news is true, she'll be leaving, kind of expressing gratitude, you know, saying that beautiful line. I remember just feeling so like touched, because Nalan, when she left A-Pink, she said something similar, but she was like, I'm gonna be a miracle now, which is the name of their fan bases, because she's gonna cheer for Oh My Girl on the sidelines. And one of the quotes that stood out to me was that she said, although I can't yet share details about my future endeavors, I will promise you one thing: no matter what I do in the future, I will work hard and repay you with a good image. Let's support Oh My Girl together in the future. So yeah, she's officially left, unfortunately. I thought this was interesting just because, well, first of all, my question, I saw this like being debated. So they're at their 7 years. They debuted in 2015, so it's technically not her breaking contract or anything. She just didn't renew her contract, and the other girls did. would you count this as an example of the 7-year curse? Because I saw an interesting debate where some people are saying that the 7-year curse is specifically when a group disbands at 7 years, while other people are saying that the 7 years curse is just the group changes drastically in a way after 7 years. So whether that's disbandment, there's a big scandal, etc. So what do you count as a 7-year curse?
I thought it was the group disbands.
Really?
Also, if it's a big thing, I mean, a big change, one person leaving to me isn't that big. Like if half the group left, I'd be like, okay, whoa, okay, that's a big change.
That's fair.
But one person leaving is kind of like still not a curse to me. It's just like someone's leaving.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, I was like thinking about it and I was like, I mean, things are bound to happen when most contracts this now are like 7 years. Like if somebody was just kind of in it to fulfill their duty, obviously they were going to bounce. But I thought that was interesting, like to think like whether, because yeah, it doesn't seem as tragic, especially if it's like a mutual like agreement that like, yeah, you're going to leave. There's no bad blood. I just don't want to do this anymore, which makes sense. But I don't know. I just thought that was a really interesting debate. I also thought what's interesting is that it's quite funny with Oh My Girl, because while they debuted in 2017, they really only hit like big, quote unquote, like a couple years ago. I remember Nonstop was like their first huge hit, and then they had Dun Dun Dance last year as well. So like even though,
I thought Closer was pretty popular.
Closer was like,
I just like Closer.
It was like, I mean, I liked Closer, but it was nowhere near the hit that like Nonstop and Dun Dun Dance were. Like,
I think I don't know. I need to listen.
I'll say in comparison, I think their first, I forget what the song was called, Love Sensation? Their first win was like in 2018, but their first win on like a Moo Bank type like show, you know, like an Mnet countdown type show, was Nonstop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it definitely, and all of this was post Queendom, which I think helps a lot as well, because they definitely got a lot of good publicity when they were on the first season of Queendom. But yeah, I thought it was interesting because they're kind of just getting started in a way. Like, so I don't know, I just thought it was interesting that she was like, okay, I'm the bounce. But looking at her, like some of what her fans were saying, a lot of people pinpoint her just not like, feel like it's her not getting enough solo activities, and they felt that the company wasn't really giving her opportunities like that, so that might have been the reason. Some people said they saw this coming. Some people said they were kind of surprised, but it seemed like everyone was wishing her well, so I think that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm going to jump into chat to see what you guys are saying about the 7-year curse. Let's see. Andre says the 7-year curse hits again. Sad to see her go, but I'm sure she'll do great in the future endeavors. This is a stretch, but I kind of want Chaeyeon to be added to Oh My Girl. LOL. I don't think
like from
Eyes One.
Oh, is she under the same company?
I believe so, and I think a lot of people are like,
I forget. Which company are they under? I forgot.
WM.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
WM's the one that had B1A4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But I know a lot of people are like upset because right? Chaeyeon is. Am I lying to myself?
She's under something.
Oh yeah, yes she is. Which kind of is like, that's such an awkward
switch them out
situation. What?
Just it's awkward to switch them out.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know how their fans would feel about that.
Yeah. Especially after 7 years of a group being together, and it's like you get added in. Like that has to be awkward.
But yeah, I know. Yeah. Well. I don't know. I feel like, Cause yeah, I mean, I guess if you could say, oh, we're starting a new chapter, but I would also feel weird as the new person. Like, it's giving me Youngji, it's giving me Haelim, it's giving me like, because what happens, because that's exactly what happened with Youngji, right? Like, she joined Kara, and then what was it, like, not even 2 years after she joined, the girls who had been in it from the beginning were like, okay, we're done. So then she was just Kara by herself for a while. I think she still is.
No. Rumor has it.
Yeah, so I feel like it makes it kind of like awkward when people are joined at like really different dates, because, you know, while one person's getting their idol career started, you know, the other ones are like not at the tail end, but at a time where it could very much be the end if they wanted. But I see what you, I mean, I feel like they, like, what are they doing with her? Like, let her be in the Sserafim already. Like, what are you doing?
Well, now it's too late for her to be in that.
Leanne says, I know what Minju did when she rejected HYBE, when she was like, I don't want to be an idol. She should have been like, so she should have slid the number over to Chaeyeon and just made it a done deal. Listen.
No. Neither one of them needs to be in that group. They should make a group themselves.
Ooh.
Let me say. Duet.
Perhaps, mayhaps. Leanne says, from reading some posts from their fans, it seems like she was apparently done with the idol life. I also read that too. I thought it was like a, you know, typical, like somebody who just, you know, wanted to act originally and was like kind of made to be an idol. And it seemed like she does have some interesting acting, but I did see some fans talking about like emceeing and DJing, like on radio shows that she was also interested in. So hopefully she gets that opportunity now she's no longer in the group. Let's see. Chaeyeon is supposedly under WM, but I read an article where netizens were discussing if she left or not. Actually, I just looked that up and I saw the exact same article. I mean, hopefully. I mean, she's still very young. I think she was born in 2000, so she's only like 22. So, like, Sakura is like 2 years older than her, and she just debuted in the Sserafim. So I say she still has time.
I'm wondering, like, did she have talks with HYBE? Because, like,
Chaeyeon?
Yeah. Seems like they talk to, like, everybody.
I mean,
She would have passed that up if it was.
I don't know.
If it did happen.
I really don't know.
I hope it happened.
I know before we knew who was going to be in HYBE, they were like, oh, they had discussions with the like 3 Icelands members or whatever. I don't remember Chaeyeon's name ever coming up, so maybe they never reached out to her. Because especially Chaeyeon and Sakura are homegirls, so I don't see why, if Sakura was asked, she wouldn't say yes too if she was offered. So, I mean, yeah. I feel like I'm overstepping my boundary, but I think maybe they didn't ask her, because I don't see why she would not join if they asked her.
Yeah. Maybe her company got in the way.
Maybe. But that's so stupid, because what are you putting her in? Like, if you're not putting her in anything, then, like, let her go. If you love her, let her go. Okay? Mess. It's okay. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's nice, though, because I think people, like, the 7-year curse, I literally always say this, but I feel like the 7-year curse, because of the 7-year curse, people think that, like, every idol's goal is to get past 7 years and try to be in this idol group as long as possible. But that's not the case for everyone, you know? Some people I've always seen as even when they debuted, being idol is just going to be one part of their career. And yeah, I feel like, you know, she completed her contract. I guess she decided that she was done, so she was like, peace! And she left.
And sometimes you just find out you just don't care anymore.
That's true.
You're like, I'm done. This
true.
Was tiring. We keep doing all these comebacks. I don't feel like doing it anymore.
So, she's like, either we adopt the Blackpink method of coming back, or I'm out. I'm sorry, this is too much.
Yeah. That's probably what they were talking about when they were in talks.
Blackpink and their bicentennial comebacks. Let me look how old she is, just to see. Because I always say, okay, she's a baby. She was born in 1997, so she's 25. She's been in Oh My Girl for 7 years, which means she debuted when they're 18. I think she was a trainee for 4 years, which means that she's been a trainee since 14. Y'all, do you really expect people to want to do the same thing that they did when they were 14?
No.
I don't even want to do the same thing I did yesterday, okay?
Yeah, honestly. I can't remember what I did yesterday. So I'm going to start there first.
True. That's probably the reason why, because I'm just like, I don't remember. Okay. Sakura already debuted. Yes, she debuted in Sserafim, I think last week was when they debuted.
Yeah.
Her 3 source trainees, and then they have Heo Youngji from Produce 48, and then also Chaeyeon, who is also in Eyes 1. So she's out here. She really lived. She's really a girly that lived 1,000 lives, because that girl was a idol for 10 years, even before being on Produce 48.
Yeah.
Girl, what was I doing?
Seems like you should be 30 something.
Yeah, but she's
I don't think she was done. She's what, 22, whatever.
I think she's 24.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
And what have I done?
Jadella says, low-key, I can see why Jiho would not want to pursue her idol career any further due to her injuries and health. That's true. She did, I think, early 2020 take a hiatus because of health issues. So, yeah, I know. I mean, I remember Ginny, she was also a member. I think she left in 2017. And she's
the one that had the eating disorder? Is that
I believe she suffered from anorexia. But I think in the statement they just said general health issues, because I know she took a hiatus and then she officially left.
Yeah.
So
she's doing well.
We've seen it before. Sakura has improved so much. I agree. I actually do agree.
Oh yeah.
Dancing wise, especially
in the beginning. Oh gosh.
That
struggling.
Yeah. She's
and understandably so, but oh.
It's crazy, which is why she's allowed to have this whole second career, which I just again think is so cool. So good luck to Jiho. We'll be keeping an eye out for you, but we're moving on to the next topic, which is the girls. I don't know why I said that. So
yeah, I was gonna say wait. What does that have to do with the next thing?
I meant to say the boys, but I just went left. I don't know why. The podcast, what would they be to the podcast? Not the silence.
I was trying to think. The brother-in-law. Not brother-in-law. Half-brother?
Brothers.
Step-brother. There we go. Step-brother.
Okay. That makes them seem okay, yeah, the podcast, I don't know.
I couldn't remember the words.
I can't even find an age, because they're literally smack dab around us in terms of age.
Which are my stepbrothers.
Yeah, okay. BTS, we talked about this. Oh, wait, sorry. There's a good, Scout says, Youngji is struggling. She had to watch Sumin thrive in card while her solo activities aren't doing well. The last major news about her was her getting COVID back in September. Jesus.
No.
That is so sad.
Wait, is that the same company?
Yeah, Card's the same company as Kara. DSP.
Why did they just put her in that group? What the heck?
I'm not gonna say that they did, but I remember she was in Card's debut song, Oh Nana, and I remember people being like, they could have kept her apart. So I really don't know what the energy, but they should have put her in Card. But I think by then she was still kind of Kara, kind of not Kara, because.
Well, if no one was in Kara, they should have been all right, let's scrap that, put them in Kara. Her and Kara.
Maybe they had already. I mean, we all know that idol groups be switching out members up until they right up until debut, but maybe they had already practiced. They didn't know that Hara and the other members were gonna leave Kara, so they were already practicing as 4-member Card. And so by the time they knew that she was the only person that she was Kara, they were like, well, we don't want to have to relearn the choreography. So, girl, I guess you can have a feature.
Yeah. That sucks, though. I would not like that at all. Get added to a group, then they all leave. Then another group debuts, and they're like, "No, you can't be in that." And I'm just like, "Okay, what do you do then?"
It is really sad, but I listen. When that whole Baby Kara project happened, where they got young, like they had literally a reality show to find the next member of Kara. I feel like, and don't quote me, never quote me, but I feel like the Miss Ma'ams in the group, like the members that were still in the group, they weren't even really feeling the idea of adding another member. Now, of course, like they warmed up to Youngji because they're not gonna like hate on it because it's not her fault. But I feel like the whole DSP adding a new member was very forced, and I feel like the members weren't even on board. So I feel like she was like put into a bad situation. I mean, obviously, good situation. You get to be put in this like already super famous girl group, and you get kind of to like bypass the rookie struggling days. But like, I don't know. I would feel like it's like not taking credit for somebody else's work, but like, I don't know. I would feel really weird joining an already successful group.
Yeah. What they should have done was found the top 5 people in Baby Kara and then just been like, surprise, you guys are going to be in your own group. And then that would be it. Rather than, let me put this person in this group that's already established.
That would be smart too, because I think partially why they threw her in this group is because they're like, well, we already have this super famous group. Rather than starting from scratch and gambling with a group that might flop, let's just throw like some of our trainees in this group and then get them popularity through that. But if they like had made the show under the basis that it was a search for the next Kara member and then flipped the script in the last episode, they could have still used the clout from Kara, because people would have watched being like, okay, this is our new Kara member, but then, ultimately not done that foolishness of putting her in this group, because that was cloutery. Okay, so the podcast Cousins, the podcast Nephews, the podcast Luxurious Brother-in-Law. I think Cousins, I like Cousins. It's a bit I feel like it's a bit distant though, because we talk about them like almost every episode, so that's a bit distant.
That's why I think they're stepbrothers. Like for some reason when I think of them, I think of, what is it, Life with Derek?
They're
Derek.
Derek.
It's like I like them, but also sometimes I'm like, all right, calm down.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna eat us up one day. And you know what, Jasmine, you're gonna have to take the front helm because I'll be crying in the back. The podcast Nephews, just because they're so Jungkook and Jimin are younger than us. Ratmon and J-Hope are the same age, and then Suga and Yoongi are not Suga and Yoongi. Wow, Jin and Suga are the same. I didn't even realize. So it's like some of them can be nephews. I think they're too close to age. Although some of the girls that I be calling nieces, they're kind of not that young. But I'll give them a niece. I'll give them a niece moment. I like the luxurious brothers.
I like that.
Andre says, very weird they didn't add another member along with Youngji just to keep the 5 formation that they were popular for, so she wouldn't be by herself. They didn't think this through.
Get a side person to just dance in the background. Just be there. I don't know, like background dancer. I can't remember the word.
Get a designated side person. Get a background character.
Exactly. You knew what I was saying.
Life with Derek had sexual attention. Don't fight on this. This is why I was just like, Derek, okay, what are you saying?
Exactly. Because it's like also like, and then it's like, I like them.
It's giving.
No, because they seemed like they were about to date in Life with Derek.
They did, yeah. I don't know what that was.
That's why they are Derek to me. I would date them, but also I'm like, all right, calm down.
I want to just give a shout out to Jungkook in this picture because he actually looks real good. Why are you so small? He actually looks real good.
What has he got on his face?
He has, I don't know. He's giving classy art cousin that went to New York. What is it? New York, some creative New York college, and sells like NFTs on the crypto metaverse.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's about to scam me. He's about to tell me something and make it sound smart, but really, it's just gonna have me bankrupt by the end of the day. That's it.
He's about to sell you groceries on the blockchain. Oh, hey, 94 represent. Yes, Hack Show. Also, welcome. Long time no see. But yes. So, hey, Brick, how are you doing? Did you see the rumor? Wait, hold up. Okay, wait. Guys, keep all the really good tea that you want to talk about to the end, because I have like a segment where it's just literally a free for all and we can talk about. So, Lauren, keep that in mind. We'll come back to that. Okay, so as we mentioned last week, BTS, also known as Bangtanso년dan, also known as Beyond the Scene, which I think they kind of ditched because ain't nobody calling them that, and that's on period. Anyway, they recently had said, listen, we got one for the girls. We're gonna release an anthology album where it's going to consist of 3 CDs of both old and new songs. So if you want to reminisce, take a walk down memory lane, you can. And if you want 3 new songs, you can. So they recently actually released the track list. And, you know, I was a bit gagged. I was a bit shocked. But I'm going to pull it up and we're going to walk through the track list because it definitely wasn't what I suspected. So this is too small. You can't actually see this, but Jazz, you can probably see it in a little showdown rundown thingy. So just as like an overview, because track 1 is basically their lead singles from now until the new single they're releasing on the 10th called Yet to Come. All right, that's cute. If you want to take a walk down memory lane, okay. Jasmine, what is your opinion on this CD?
Which one?
CD1 with the title tracks.
It's fine. Makes sense.
Would you?
It's just the title tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you buy this?
Fun. No. I mean, it makes sense.
That's true.
I guess.
But it's just like, girl, just link us to a Spotify playlist. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. I was like, yeah.
I'm a bad fan.
I was going to say before the whole thing. I was waiting to the end, just be like, the whole thing could just be, except for maybe CD3.
Yeah, I was like,
but everything else could be just a Spotify thing where we're just like, all right, I'll listen to your Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
But I get it. Like, it's like a cute, like, official CD where you can go. But my whole thing is that, like, in a year, it will become so outdated.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, it's like this is why I feel like they should have done this their 10th anniversary. So it's like, okay, we're 10 years. But also Jin is going to the army, so I can see why they did not. This is so hard.
Now that I'm thinking about that, but like it seems like it would have been perfect if Jin goes to army and then like they just like need to, I guess, like make money or whatever without the whole members being in it. Mm-hmm. This is a perfect thing to just release because it's not like new music or whatever.
That's true.
It's just a side thing where it's like, oh, you want to listen to the title tracks? Here it is.
Maybe because it's so like it's such a new thing for them in terms of like they've never done like an anthology before. They're like, oh, Jin has to, like, everyone has to be here because this is like a historical moment in Bangtanso년dan history, or something. I don't know. Ooh, Lauren said. Lauren, do you want me to call you Lauren or LD? But Lauren says, HYBE just wants some money, wants some coinage from the armadillos. I mean, yeah, but I do too. So, like, I'm not mad at them. Not the whole wrong title being up there. Let me change this.
Oh,
this
I didn't even notice that.
Which one is it? It's this one. Okay, proof checklist. All right, so CD1, just title tracks. CD2, we get into a very interesting, you know, it changes a little. It's not just title tracks, it's songs in which not all of the members are featured. So we have some solo songs like Euphoria, we have some unit songs like Cypher Part 3. Are there any duos? I don't think so. Do they even have any duets? I don't think so. Oh yeah, Zero Clock. Like yeah. That one's a duet. Yeah, so it's specifically a track full of like when it's like, you know, different songs where they've done units. What did you think of this track list?
No. No.
Take it back, HYBE.
Yeah. Just, yeah. It's nothing
special.
Nothing against them. You know, if they like these songs, good for them. But, yeah.
That's the thing. I was like, okay, these are the songs that BTS picked because maybe they like it or maybe they think it has like a message and stuff like that. So I'm like, I can't really hate on it. Would it be the songs I would have chose? No. But at first I thought it was just them choosing random B-sides. But it's specifically, when I realized it was specifically unit songs, I was like, okay, you know, then that kind of limits what they can choose, I guess, in that way.
Yeah, that would have been bad if it was just, they were just like, here are some B-sides. I'd have been like, really, like, no. You could have just deleted CD2 at that point.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, Scout says, did you see the uproar of people calling out HYBE for including Filter when one of their writers was charged of SA and involved in a Mola camera? So a hidden camera. I did not see that. What in the world? Who are you employing, Big Head? What is this? Filter.
Who's in it? Who's done?
Sexual assault.
Also, why did they pick Filter over the other two Jimin songs?
Why did they not have me as a why didn't they have me as a consultant?
Yeah. Or just, they could have just polled the whole entire fandom to get what they want on a CD. That would have been fun.
That would have been it. But I probably would have been fighting too because I don't think I have the taste of the fandom. I love all the old R&B songs.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I just like the R&B songs. I realized that as I was trying to look for songs that I would have picked, and I was like, I really want to pick a lot of these R&B songs, even though I like the rap line more than the vocal line. Mm-hmm. I just don't like when they do R&B.
Yeah, it just sounds, it's just like they know how to write or they know how to pick a good R&B song, write a good R&B song, however you want to say it, their R&B stuff. But yeah, I'm seeing somebody named Jung Bobby, who was a writer on one of the filters. I'm reading this from Pink Villa. I just clicked the first article I saw. Oh, okay, wow. Oh, this is the article. Oops, okay, I'm gonna bring it up just because I hate reading articles. Just I feel bad if I don't show the article I'm reading because I don't want anyone to assume that I'm just making this up or I just have this info. I want to give credit to whoever put the article together. Yeah. So if this is a shady site, y'all, let me know now because this is the one I'm using, unfortunately. Or not unfortunately, but yeah. So it says BTS comeback Proof includes the song Filter, which gives credit to ex-criminal with an S. Don't want Susan to snatch me. Jung Barbie sparking outrage among netizens. BTS is making a comeback with Proof, but unfortunately they have gotten into a controversy for one of the tracks named Filter. Their comeback album has released a track list of 3 CDs. Okay, one of the track producers is Jung Bobby, who has been accused of X crimes and was indicted twice for physical assault and illegal filming of women without permission in 2020 to 2021. He's a member of the indie band Autumn Vacation, who has worked with BTS and Tomorrow by Together. His ex-girlfriend was a trainee in the music industry who died by self-harm and left a self-harm note accusing him of the reason for her death. He was charged with assault and mocha camera, which is illegally filming women. He is still on trial and he's still on trial? Literally, they got this man on house arrest. Oh my God.
Why did they pick this song?
They said, bet, what are you gonna do? And agreed to the charges. Oh, so he has agreed to the charges of assault, but has denied illegal filming. So fans pointed out that okay, this is crazy. Oh, who's Juwon Park? Wait, fans had quickly pointed out that the song was recorded and produced in 2020 before the internet came to light. Okay, so reporter Juwon Park tweeted how all this could easily be avoided by not including the track. One of the tweets also says, BTS has been doing campaigns about ending violence. I'm posing a fair question about what they why they would release a track. Ooh, that's okay. Cause hey now, you're a rock star. That's a point. Like, you know, on one hand, it's ending violence. On the second hand, but I feel like this is a hotly talked about topic. I feel like with the kind of like what makes you problematic. Like, if you weren't the one who did the problematic thing, but you're associating with a problematic person, is that still problematic? So do y'all think that you can, or what do you think? Do you think they should eat the song?
Yes. Also, because it's not the best. Like,
you're like, more because I don't like the song, though. Understand me, please.
But it's also like, this is freshly, like, happening, and it's like, you might as well just not put it in.
True. He's like currently on house arrest. Let me stop saying stuff I don't know. He's currently currently has the ankle bracelet. He's like currently on trial. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Tynesha, true. Serendipity for Jimin. Because that was the song.
Serendipity could have been live. Any of those two like would have been fine, but I don't even remember Filter. I thought Filter was Serendipity when I first read it, so I forgot that it wasn't that, and was just like, oh, I did not know he had a third song.
Why did they not consult us? This is foolishness.
Yeah.
But then lastly, the album that I'm most excited for is album 3, which it's made of a bunch of demos and unreleased tracks. So we have like the Jump demo version, love that song. We have Tony Montana, which I believe Jimin performed at one of their muster thingies. But originally it was a Yoongi song, so we're officially going to get like a proper, like, you know, studio version of that. Like, this is really cool. I'm really excited for this Seesaw demo version. I love that song and I love Sugar. So I think this is probably the most, like, I don't want to say the most valuable, that's dumb, but like the most track I'm anticipating.
It's the most valuable.
Huh?
It's the most valuable.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's like it's got the most newer things.
True.
Everything else is like something you could listen to like right now.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, maybe I'm just not fanatic enough to understand the, like, to get too excited over something like an anthology. Like, maybe if I was a, you know, more enthusiastic stan, but I'm definitely excited for track 3. But y'all, it does not even matter because all of these 3 track lists are effing irrelevant because I have some exclusive tea. Apparently, there's a secret CD4.
Oh gosh.
There's a CD4, and literally, guys, don't ever say I didn't do anything for you, because we have the exclusive track list here. I am debuting it here live. Y'all, again, you did not hear this from me, okay? The girls will come for me. So, guys, introducing Proof Tracklist CD3. Y'all, don't call Big Hit because they're about to sue us. Y'all, this is literally where it's at. Track CD4. All right, Jazz. So perhaps the Big Hit HYBE did bring us up, and they asked Jazz and Jay, what would you put on a CD? Because we know the girls are going to complain, and we know y'all have the most impeccable army taste. So what would you like to see on CD4? So we did them a favor, and we put it together. So we're just going to walk through the songs. The black ones are the ones I picked. The white ones are the ones Jazz picked, which also would have been the ones I picked too. Like, literally when I saw your list, I was like, dang!
When you put, like, now that I see Converse High, like, that's the song another song that I was like, should I pick that? But I already picked Dope, and they're on the same album. So I was like trying to pick different albums.
I was gonna put the albums on, but I got lazy. But I was like, we're literally choosing from the same albums. Like, we need to spice it up. But yeah, so my first one, and this is the thing, I realized I never had to pronounce this out loud, so I'm about to butcher this. Paldo Gangsan, which is a really, really interesting track, one of their earlier tracks. And essentially why I love this song is because it's basically about their dialects. How the fact that J-Hope Suga and RM all come from different places in Korea, and they all have like their own kind of dialect. So it's literally them rapping in their dialect, and there's kind of like, you know, it's kind of funny because it's like, oh, what are you saying? Because like all the dialects can be heard really differently. So I thought it was really cool. I thought it was cool how like, especially, you know, this is one of the first BTS songs I heard after hearing Dope. I kind of went back in their discography, and I was like, yo, this is so cool, because it's like you're learning about Korean culture and about like dialects and stuff, and I thought it was a really interesting like basis for a song. So Jasmine, passing over to you. Why Dope? Why her?
Because I love Dope. I think like when I first got the album, like I didn't get the album. When I first listened to BTS, it was this album, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life. And what was the main song? I Need You. So I liked I Need You, but then I actually listened to the whole entire album, and I was like, what is this song? And I was like, this is so good. That and Fun Boys.
Ooh,
those two, I was like, exactly. I was like, these are so, I love these. So like, and then they made a freaking video for it, and I was like, oh my gosh, they are on top of this. Like, they know what the people want. So, and I feel like they neglect Dope because I think it's one of their best songs.
It is really, well, they probably don't want to get re-sued by Flo Rida, because it sounds like it's
yeah, kind of.
So like HYBE's like, we want to keep our coins, so no ma'am. But funny enough, you're the one who actually put me onto Dope, because I remember, and literally we have it recorded. I was showing her old, we used to do a podcast like 20 years ago, and I was showing her old clips from the podcast, but on one of those podcasts, it's literally you telling me to listen to Dope. So yeah. Yeah. Taste. My next choice is Blanket Kick, one of their older songs. It's basically like, see, this is why I fell in love with him. I'm one of the girls who are like, the lyrics though, like with BTS, because it was really like reading their lyrics that always like made me really drawn to them when I first got into them. Blanket Kick is basically about liking someone that like when you're asleep at night, you kind of kick your blanket, like, you know, like when you're excited and like you kick it up and you're like, oh, I should have did this, that kind of thing, which I think is like the cutest like basis for a song. And Suga's verse in this, especially, he eats no crumbs left, it's so adorable. There's like this one part where he's like, oh, like the mood is so right, we're about to kiss, but then your phone rings and like your dad calls, so it kind of like ruins the mood or whatever. Like, it's literally so cute. Like, and again, it's one of their it's RMBTS, which I like to call them. So, you know, it's R&B, they're giving vocals, the rap line is eating no crumbs left. Like, it's a good ass song. Okay, next song.
Wow. I feel like I should read lyrics, but I don't even read English lyrics. So it's like, should I start with Korean? That doesn't make any sense. So Pied Piper, don't know what it's about. I'm assuming it's about a person singing a song, and you know, people fall. I don't even know what Pied Piper is about. So what am I saying?
I think
it's a good.
Yeah, it's a good ass song. Lyrics aside, I think it's basically about BTS telling their fans to get a life. No, just kidding. They're basically like, girls, we know we, you know, are the it, we're the one, but y'all need to go do your homework. like, don't get into
that.
This.
No wonder I like it. Just facts. People get too involved.
Next for me is I actually put a comma instead of a period. It's 21st Century Girls. This song is just like,
you're gonna put this.
You knew I was gonna put it, you said?
Yeah. So like, this one was saying, all the ladies, put your hands up. I always think of you when I hear this song.
This song goes off.
So I feel like you played it a lot because you like it.
Because this is my anthem. This is such a good song. Cute message. The performance is just beautiful. It's like they're having so much fun. They're being clowns. It's just like oh my ladies. I love the bridge. I love a good bridge. I love a good bridge where they slow it down, bring the vocals in and stuff like that. So I really, really like this song. I like, it's like a perfect like put your, like, it's messy. It's fun. It's a fun messy song. So yeah.
I love their messy songs.
Me too.
I was thinking when we were picking like songs, I was like, I wish they like did like different categories of their music. Like it's like rap, fun, like songs, like R&B, and then I don't even know.
Whatever Idol was.
Yeah. Loud. So the Fire and Idol can go together. Even though I like Fire more, but they're both loud.
All right, Dang. Why do you like Dang?
I just like Rap Line, and I think this is one of my favorite ones that they've done. I just like the way that everyone flowed, and I just like the vibe of it. I don't know. It kind of like when I first heard it, I like 17 a lot, and for some reason, like the chorus of it reminded me of something 17 would do, and I don't know why.
Like their rap line?
Yeah, like the rap line of 17. Something, I don't know, just something about the sound just reminded me of them, and I just really like 17's like flow, and yeah.
That's interesting.
Not to bring another group in, but like
you're like, don't even listen to this. Stream 17. String Akinda. No, I agree. Dang is really, really good. Rat Mom, when his part comes on, I'm like you literally lean in closer because you're like, you want to tell us something. Oh, sorry, RM. When he says "non ding dong, non dang," I was like, okay. I don't even know what that means, but eat. But yeah, he kind of eats, no crumbs left.
I also think this would be a good song to add just because it's not anywhere.
That's true. It doesn't have a home. And they were like, and it still doesn't have a home, girl, so you're just going to have to be mad about it. Next I have Converse High, another R&B BTS. This song's just really good. Yes. Once again, Yoongi, it's another one where I particularly paid attention to the lyrics. Yoongi's verse, Bon Apple Teeth. It's like kind of like about girls looking good in Converse High or whatever. And Yoongi's like, he literally starts his verse, Converse, I really hate Converse. So he's like, okay, y'all can rap about Converse High, but I'm about to change the game. And then he's like, oh, I like high heels better or something because they're easier to take off. And I'm like, okay, you get a risque? All right. So yeah, I like that song. Okay, Just One Day, which would probably be another one I would have chosen.
I wish I still read lyrics. I don't know what this one is about, but I just like the way it sounds. I just think it sounds very, I don't know, sweet, and it sounds sincere. And I like those types of songs. I also like the music video for it. It's cute. Yeah, it's a cute song.
I love that. Oh God, this really just making me want to go. Yeah, I'm about to make a Spotify playlist of the real Tracklist CD4 because y'all gotta get into this. But sorry, I gotta point out Yoongi's verse. There's this part where he says, "Our BGM, like our background music, is our breath." Like them breathe. This man, my man. Okay, next. William 52. That song's just really, really cute. I'm not gonna get too into it, but if you read one of the army dissertations somewhere on Tumblr that they write about it, I see. I'm shitty for no reason. I actually love when like army go in and write. It's really, really cool. It kind of just read about it. It's really, really cool. It's about a lonely whale and how like. I think it's like they blow out like a frequency that like nobody else can hear or something like that. It's just I remember reading it and being like really, really, it's really, really cute. I'll link you guys on Twitter. Lonely, yeah,
like that.
Okay, next up,
House of Cards. I don't know, that song. Just good.
It is.
It's a good outro. I think it's like my favorite outro. I used to listen to it a lot. And that's about all I have for it. I just really like it.
It's BT sexy.
Yes.
I was going to say BT sex, but that's a little much.
It's suave.
Yeah, it's very... It reminds me of that Weekend song. What is it, Worth It?
Yes. And every time I try and remember, sometimes like to like how it goes, I'll think of The Weeknd, and it irritates me because I'm like, that's not it. It is not. It's very close. But no.
They have a lot of songs. This is going to sound shady, but I don't mean it that way. They have a lot of songs that sound like other songs, like especially during that era. Like the Serendipity, it sounds like that Kendrick Lamar song, that Love You. I'll link it to you later, but I remember just being like, these songs kind of sound like other songs. All right, y'all. Moving on. Oh, okay. So, you know, the album comes on.
I was like, is it a Xiuminte? Because I was like, I did not look. Not ready. You like woke me up. I was like, oh god.
But yeah, so guys, keep a lookout for that. It drops the 10th. And then look out for this hidden CD4 when it drops later this year. It only drops in the 6th dimension though, so if you don't have access to that, I'm sorry, you won't be able to get it. All right, moving on. Sserafim. Okay, I don't know if Sserafim just has the girlies mad. I don't know if it I don't know what's going on, but they are already into more scandal. And unfortunately, it's taking something that should have been a more positive moment and turning it into a negative one, because this week they won on Music Bank, which was literally today. It was May 13th. And while it should have been like a moment for them to be happy, be healthy, be wealthy, it almost immediately turned into some like controversial mess. So in particular, they won this week of Music Bank, but a lot of people are suspicious on the way they won. So if you look at the picture here, it shows the kind of breakdown of how the points were allotted. They were up against Im Young-woong, who is a very prolific solo singer. He kind of got famous off a trot reality show, and has had hit songs since 2020, I believe. And so he's very, very popular, both physically and digitally. And so if you look at this breakdown, the first line is digital points. This second line is broadcast points. This third line, I forgot to look up what it was. This fourth line is album. And this last line, well, the smaller ones are relevant because they're not really the main part here. And so as you can see, he outdoes them in both the digital and the album section. However, in this broadcast point section, he gets a very staggering 0 while they get over 5,000 points. And then as you can see, the final score is actually pretty close. So you can kind of lend it to them getting kind of dominated in this broadcast points score. Now, a lot of people, the reason why people are very suspicious about how they were able to win is that from what I read, because I definitely had to read and research around, see what the people were saying, because this girl does not pay attention to music show wins like she used to. But apparently it's very rare for people to win just based off podcast points. Usually it's the person who dominates physically or digitally that wins. So a lot of people are like, how did they get all these broadcast points? I also saw that people saying that it's weird for him to have an absolute 0 broadcast point number due to the fact that he was on KBS. So from my understanding, broadcast points is basically either your song playing or you being on like a KBS show. So if you're featured on anything with KBS or your song's featured, you can get the broadcast point. I'm not sure if it's like if you feature, since they usually play your song, if you feature on a variety show, that counts towards broadcast points. But a lot of people were saying that, well, him being on Music Bank today, he should at least get something, but he's gotten 0. But I also saw people rebuttal that, saying you only get points if you were there the previous week. So points allotted the week you're like up to win, they're going to be what was on the previous week. So he apparently wasn't on Music Bank last week. Therefore, despite being on this week, he's not going to get points for that because it's the previous week that they count. Also, the Sserafim fans were mentioning that they actually had a lot of schedules last week that were on KBS, such as I'm looking at Sserafim on Twitter said that Sserafim attended Music Bank. Idol Human Theater guested on Imujin's service. And so with those pretty prevalent features on these KBS broadcast shows, it makes sense that they had this much. So a lot of people then kind of pivoted and they're like, well, if you're going to say that, should we be looking at what these broadcast points even mean, because technically if it's just based on how much you get invited to KBS shows and things like that, or how much your songs played on KBS shows, isn't that discretion up to then the KBS producers? So if they wanted somebody to win, all they have to do is play them a lot and then, you know, essentially fabricate or promote or push somebody to a win. So Jasmine, do you think the members of Sserafim should be in jail?
The members?
Hold on. Do you think the members of Sserafim should be in jail?
No. How is it their fault?
Listen, that's what
I just think the broadcast points should just be deleted. Like, what is that?
Well, it's so crazy because, like, up until I know that broadcast points have been a thing for like ever, but up until people like, you know, breaking this down, I did not care to know what they were. And I did not really care to look, because like a lot of people said, a lot of the times it comes down to the discrepancy in digital or physical points. So it's like, yeah, broadcast points can do something here or there, but they got as many broadcast points as he almost did album points. So
yeah, which is seeing that just makes me feel like they should just delete broadcast points, because it's like, okay, he won in like the parts that I feel like matter. So why?
That's interesting.
Because what are the categories? What's the first one?
So the first one is digital points. The fourth one is album. The second one is broadcast. The third one is Shijangja Sanhoto Jamsu. So if anyone wants to translate that. For me, I can only read Hangul. I didn't go to Korean 103 because I didn't have the credits. Anyway, the credit space in college, y'all. Anyway,
what's the last one?
If anyone can translate, that'd be great. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing: they're the it girlies. They're what the IVE was like 3 weeks ago. They were like what Blackpink was. I feel like people tend to be very, very cautious when a girl group, or very, very just like claws out when a girl group starts to rise to like really quick fame. But again, I don't look at music shows enough to know if this is, because I know that there's people unbiased. Like every time I read a Reddit comment, an article, blah blah, a thread, I know that there's even if people say they aren't biased, there's a slight bias. Like people who like Sserafim be like, it's not that big of a deal, but people who don't like them be like, this is the worst crime since Eve ate the apple. Like, so it kind of depends. Like there's going to be bias each which way. So I really can't. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But if this wasn't enough, after they won, as we usually see on music shows, they had an encore stage. It was giving Momo twice. It was giving Momo twice. I have it in there, but you have to click it in. You have to
I mean, I was already on it. I just stopped watching because you explained the controversy. So I was like, oh, I guess I don't have to watch.
Oh, no, this is only part 1 of 2, unfortunately. Part 1 of 2 Spanish sub. All right. So I don't even know. Okay, here's the thing. Let's get to the bottom of this. Okay. How do y'all truly feel when a idol group does an encore stage and they're sounding like, 3 cats that were just hit by a spitball on a warm summer day? Okay. Like, they're sounding like they all have earplugs in. Like, what do y'all think? Like, do you think it's just a bad day? Do you think there's a standard that idols should live up to? Do you think, hey, there's been famous idols that, can't hold a tune to save their life and they've been fine, they're nice people? Are you one of those people that look at it like holistically, like an idol's only supposed to be kind of good at some stuff and doesn't have to be the best at anything? Or maybe just because they can't sing, that, like, what is your true opinion about idols that are hard pressed to give you a good live? Because there's girlies in there that can sing. Yoonjin, yes. Chaeyeon, exactly.
Personally, I want people to be able to sing.
That's because you can sing, so you're biased. Next.
No. I just think it's like, I don't know, if you're singing songs, you should be able to sing it the same live. It's just, I feel like that's just how it should be. If you can't do that, then it's kind of like, how did you get here? In my opinion, it just seems like it shouldn't happen. But that's just my standard. Some people might not like that. I mean, might not care, but I think you should be able to at least sound like how you sound. And if you sounded bad on the track and then you sound bad when you're singing live, well, I mean, like, I guess you're doing your job.
Consistency. We love consistency.
Yeah, that's all I ask for. Just sound like how you do.
I mean, for me, I definitely have stan idols up and down, unabashedly, that are known to like give you like, you know, dying whale vocals. But I can see the shock, like similar to what you said. I can see people being shocked when they sound one way on the studio track and a different way live. I mean, I feel like we all know people use auto-tune, people edit, people fix voices and stuff like that. But I think I can understand the shock when it sounds really, really different, especially because with the encore stage, now a lot of people are saying, well, you know, they're crying, they're shocked, they're like, you know, having like a surge, like a rush of like adrenaline stuff. You might not sound perfect, but it's like, you know, you're kind of just standing there unless you choose to do the choreography. So it's kind of, but again, it's kind of creepy because I don't want these idols to be literally terrified for these encore stages where they never want to sing again because they're afraid they're finna get dragged on freaking Panchoa or something. Yeah. But like, I get it. Like, because the thing is, to say an idol's job is to sing well, I don't know. That's true. I mean, the standards have gotten better, but there's definitely ways that idols can be. Because conversely, I think it's so hard because it's like people will bash when somebody's not good, but you don't always. A lot of people won't give a shit when somebody's great. Like there's been thousands of singers who flopped, even though they're giving the vocals that people supposedly want. So it's like there's not even consistency. Yeah. What do y'all think?
I mean, I still just want.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Singers. You're like, they at least have to sing as good as me, or disband yourself. Disband yourself from the industry. Oh gosh, no. Let's see. Pablo says net gayness is jobless. Teddy says, if you're, the funny thing though is I think I read more iNetizen stuff than K-netizens, and they were dragging them too. So who? Like iNetizens, like, you know, like Reddit and things like that. They were dragging them too, and I was like, damn. Teddy says, if you're a talented vocalist, there's no way you should sound like garbage. I think that's the part that gets skepticious, because people are like, how come you sound so good here, but it's not translating it.
It should not happen. Like, you should be able to stay on key at least a little, like, bit. Like, if you get off key so much, it's like, all right, something's off. I don't know. Did they get that one take? Like, and they had to search through 100? I don't
know. Leanne says, I mean, they're probably overwhelmed too with emotion. That's true. Like, one of the things, I remember I watched this really interesting thing about Les Miserables and the difference between the people who are actually like stage actors and versus like the actors, because if you don't know, in the Les Miserables movie, everything was live for some reason. Like, they didn't sing the backtrack, they performed it live. Like, yeah. And so the video I was watching pointed out that like the actors, a lot of the actors, like Anne Hathaway, great acting performance, terrible singing performance, because in the parts that she was supposed to sing, she was actually crying. So it was like, oh, I forgot, what did she sing? On My Own? I don't know.
She's not good, in my opinion.
Well, I guess he compared it to the girl who sings On My Own, because she sings it perfectly, because instead of opting to actually cry, she perfects looking like she's crying, but doesn't actually cry, because once you cry, like literally immediately messes up with like your airflow and things like that, and so you can't sing to like the level you could if you weren't like crying. So that's that chunk is I said all that trash just to say, if you're crying, if you're emotional, if your adrenaline's up, it will affect your ability to sing, especially if you didn't like expect it. Like if you're sick, I mean, think about it, somebody who has nerves, you know, if they're nervous or whatever, they'll sound not great.
How hard is this song? I forgot how it sounds.
It's like, wait, no, I'm thinking of What you looking
also,
at? What you looking at?
So if you sound bad saying that,
oh my god,
I think because I don't know, like I do agree that like you can be nervous and like your voice will be shaky or whatever, and you might get off key a little bit. But if it's like a simple line like "What you looking at?" what you looking at, like it's kind of like if you get off key there's a more of a problem.
Well, I wanted to play it, but Susan's gonna have my head, so I'll just link it and then you guys can play it. I don't know. Will Susan kill me for that? We don't know. Here, I'll link the video for everyone. But I don't know. I don't want to give too, because it's also like one of their first performances, one of their first live stages, blah, blah. But I guess like idols, I guess they should know. I mean, maybe they don't care, because I don't think it's ever like straight up ruined an idol's career having a bad encore performance. It just, you know, your fans will be in the trenches on freaking K-pop Twitter for a couple of days, but yeah. Lami says, speaking of one take, I'd like to see Sserafim go on Japanese first take YouTube channel. Have you seen this YouTube channel? It is like, I love it so much. It's literally, you do one take. It's like Japanese artists. I don't know, have they had foreign artists on it? But the Japanese artists, and they'll sing a song and it's completely one take. So it's just them like with their instrumental, but it's done in one take, no editing. You hear like the raw power of their voice. I remember the woman who sang the theme song to Demon Slayer, she did it. That like has like 45 million views because it was just so good. Like there was just, it was like, bro, huh?
That's on YouTube? Yeah,
it's on YouTube. It's just so good, and it's like it shows off like you have to be able to sing or you're gonna humiliate yourself. No, I think they purposely get people who are like known for really good you know, vocals, but like literally these people are eating it up. It is so good. But that'd be interesting if they went on something like that. I wonder what the extent to their Japanese promotions will be, because they have Sakura and then Kazuha, I believe, is also Japanese. So I wonder if they're going to, you know, spend a sizable amount of time trying to promote in Japan. They didn't even consider that.
That's true.
Lauren says it also depends on what the group's aim is. Some companies debut groups that have really amazing vocals, and that's the appeal. But other groups are better for variety and stuff. That's true. Leanne, about to turn in her paper. You're about to get an A, not even an A. You're about to get a 300%, and that's on period. And if your advisor says anything else, tell them to come to the show. I'll have a talking with them.
Come to the Sleepy Idol on 46 and Crenshaw.
Tell them to come up to 26 and Crenshaw. Don't worry, we're not gonna jump you. No, just kidding. But yeah. Plus, I think it depends. Oh, what's up, Swiggle? Plus, I think it depends on the group. We know Twice is trash for their live vocals, but like watching 16, I thought it was super obvious Twice was never meant to be a vocal group. But some people even get offended off the idea that like a group is not a vocal group, because they're like, well, if you release music, how are you not a vocal group?
That's also true.
Yeah. I say this as a once, literally head once in charge. But I don't know.
As long as you sound remotely similar, I think it's all fine.
True. Hakusho says, sometimes it's more of a set of bad technique as opposed to being bad singers when they get to the encore stage. Plus, they've probably done multiple takes of the performance in just one day. That's true. Weariness.
But are they singing?
Huh?
When they're doing this?
Well,
are they actually singing?
That is I'm trying to look for the answer. That's fair. Oh, sorry, this is back from the broadcast points. I think broadcast point category should be taken away. It's clearly just to skew points in someone's favor when they really just should be winning for how well the song did. I mean, it's interesting because, like I said, broadcast points have been a thing forever, but I never really realized that they could possibly be used for evil.
Yeah. I don't think I ever noticed that they existed, so...
That's true.
To know if they have been used for evil before.
That's true. Stray Kids and TXT. Well, TXT is becoming my little niece or my little nephews, so I might have to give that a peep. My little niece, my little nephews. So, but we'll talk about that a bit later. Andre says, but this is why idols lip sync when they do. Netizens expect idols to sound like they eat the CD for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is unrealistic unless they're good. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you do more live performances than me. Like, when you perform live, what are the variables that might make you not sound as good as you usually do?
I'm sick.
Oh. You're like, only if I'm sick, y'all. And okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sick. My throat's dry. I'm sick. Mainly I'm sick. I feel like when I'm sick or like, yeah, I have a sore throat. I feel like that's the majority of the time.
So maybe they're sick.
And I'm bad at words.
Do you ever get so nervous that you sound bad?
Probably. I think I mess up more, yeah. Yeah.
I remember when we were in college, I got a solo. One of my like freaking only solos in my acapella group, and we sang Baby It's Cold Outside.
I remember you kept saying Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah, I literally, for some reason, the words forgot. Like, it was like me, and then, because I was in an acapella group, it was me, and then one of the male acapella group members also got a lead, because it was like a combined, I was in an all-female acapella group. We collabed with the all-male acapella group, and then I had a solo as the girl, the really can't stay, and then he would be Baby It's Cold Outside. As soon as I hit the stage, I forgot every single word. So it would be like, it's supposed to be like, I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. I've got to go away, baby, it's cold outside. I just kept being, I really can't stay. I really can't stay.
I just say, baby, it's cold outside. Literally. You both saying the same thing over and over.
I started singing his lines, baby, it's cold outside. He's like, baby, it's
I really can't stay. What? What's happening?
I'm like, we're flipping the script. This is feminism. But yeah, I felt so embarrassed because I just could not remember any single word, and I was so sad. Shorty, I'm gonna party to the sundown.
Poor Satan.
Oh god. Scout says, the only time I can think they were famously used for evil was when Everglow won over Dreamcatcher on the show, and it was discovered the show gave Dreamcatcher negative points to make it happen. People kept mentioning Dreamcatcher. That is literally
negative points. So you didn't show up? We didn't we invited you and then you didn't show up. Is that how it happens? Because I'm so confused.
I mean,
negative points.
If somebody can find a picture of that, oh my god, that's insane. Oh my god.
It's like you think you're winning and then the broadcast points come up and it's like, psych, negative 2,000. The exact number that we needed so that you would lose.
You actually cannot go on the show anymore. Was it this? Like, it literally had a negative number in the calculations? Because that is literally mad. Is it this? I wish I knew how. I can't sing that song anymore. It triggers me. Triggers me. Okay, is this it? I ought to say no, sir. Oh yeah, I want to throw up after I said that. Was it this? I don't even know which point is which. Let's use our labelation. Okay, the show.
I'm assuming it's the bottom one.
Oh. Yeah, I guess they won just by a little too. Huh? Oh, they calculated it wrong?
Oh, really?
Wait, no.
That's right.
Okay.
Dreamcatcher's right.
Okay, mathematician.
Math. Well, Dreamcatchers was easy because it's just a bunch of zeros. Everglow was like, all right, now there's a 1 at the end. Well, that was too much.
A mathematician. That's messy. Oh wow, I did not know you could use broadcast points for evil, but now that y'all are pointing out, that's kind of true and that's kind of the tea. But either way, I mean, the Sserafim is still killing it. I don't know how big this will become, because there's been in the past where music shows have had to apologize for accidentally giving people awards that they weren't supposed to have or miscalculating points. So it's not familiar. Oh wait, did something come to mind? Because I'm like trying to think for example.
Oh, in K-pop, I don't know. I was gonna say, what's it called? Miss Universe. Moonlight winning.
Oh my god. Okay, so Harvey's. That's an uncle that needs to calm down. Yeah, so, you know, shout out to the Sserafim. Broadcast points kind of shady. I'm sure that Lee Young-woon will win next week. Not saying that it's like, if, you know, if he got snatched, he deserves to get snatched, but I mean, because he seems like a king.
At the end of the day?
What?
Does it really matter at the end of the day if he's like...
That's true, because he's really... I think he sold 1 million copies of an album. Yeah, so
and I'm like... he's fine. He's like, oh, no, I didn't get the award, even though I got the money.
I was like, were you an EXO at one point? Because I feel like only EXO does 1 million copies soloist. They're probably BTS. That's crazy.
Where is he from again? You said he's from...
He was originally on a trot show, like a trot variety show, and then he had like a hit song. Huh?
Is he a trot singer?
I believe he is, but I don't think all of his songs are trot. I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't get a chance to listen to his music before I did this story, because it was like literally as I was preparing to get ready for the show, I saw it like kind of trending, or people talking about it on TL. So unfortunately, I didn't get to get into him, but he's really big. Also, somebody mentioned TXT going on tour. Should we cop? Should we go see the nephews in person?
I would have to listen to how many albums do they have?
I'll force feed the albums to you. Just know like 3 songs, and you know the rest.
I know the first album.
Just the rest will figure itself out. Don't worry. I still can't get it wrapped around my head that people born in 2007, 2008 are debuting. Who's born in 2007?
That doesn't make any sense. Wait, hold up. Aren't they like 5?
They'd be like, God,
15?
math. 13, 14. 13, 14.
I thought it'd be 15, 14.
You know, I was not a mathematician.
10 to 2, 14.
11.
Yeah.
Angela says, because wasn't it some background points that weren't shown because the numbers on screen add up correctly? The 150 number was the expert preferences added with another number, and it was proven that even if they got 0 in the expert preferences, that would have won. These award shows are shady, but we knew this. We kind of knew, right? We all know that it was shady. We all know this whole thing's shady. But yeah, shout outs to the Sserafim, second win. You know, if you want to give me
like a Pokemon name.
Sserafim. Go Sserafim! I choose you! I choose you! All right. So moving on to what can only be described as all the second gen stands. You know, let's get out of the retirement home, okay? The drama is calling. Our drama is calling. A lot of you have been talking about this. A lot of people have been talking about this. But I think it's time for us to finally get to the hot topic of the day. This is so messed up. For some reason, I cannot. Okay, there we go. The hot topic of the day. All of these were like poorly sized for some reason. And of course, that's the age-old argument. Literally at this point, a 8-year argument? Yes, an 8-year drama argument has been dug up this week thanks to one Miss Jessica Jung. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me change the picture. Look at her. She said, girls, I got the tea for you in this picture. She said, I'm about to start mess. Y'all better have your teacups ready. So yes.
Toilet?
Miss Success.
Sorry, it looks like she's on a toilet.
It looks like she's going to the sink. I think she's sitting on a sink.
Oh, I think, okay, I see it now.
She's like, hey, close the door. How'd you get in here?
It's about to stink.
But yes, all my second gen aunties and uncles, come on, they came to us. Honestly, yes, Lean, the covers of these books, I love Jessica Jung, but the covers of these books look like Wattpad's finest. And I'm like, girl, I know you have more coin than that. Stop playing. Blanc and Eclair sold them $400 scarves, okay? I know you have more coin than that. But not only former member, should we say starring member of SNSD?
I mean, she's no longer in it.
Oh yeah, true. Former founder of SNSD. I don't know why I said founder. And, you know, fashionista, okay, and now author, has thrown the second stands into a tizzy with the drop of her most recent book, Bright. So for the background, that's not Bright in her hand, that's Shine. So 2 years ago in 2020, she released a book called Shine. And so I tried to, you know, see where she was being messy. But for all intents and purposes, she does say that Shine is not an autobiography. She hasn't even said as much as it's like loosely based off like her experience. She kind of just says, you know, it's fiction. You know, it's like loosely based on things maybe I've experienced. But she doesn't right hand say that, like, this book series is basically a retelling of her life. However, if you read the book, it's literally about a girl who moves to Korea to become part of a huge girl group called Girls Forever. The character in the book's named Rachel. She's literally, they mention Ice Queen, which, if you know, like, that was like Jessica's little moniker thingy back when she was like an SNSD and an idol. You know, there's 9 members. And in this book that we're talking about that was released this week, Bright, which is the follow-up to Shine, she gets kicked out of the group. So I'm thinking she just doesn't want Isuman to sue her. Okay, sounds okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So essentially, she wrote Bright, or she wrote Shine back in 2020. And I feel like a lot of people kind of paid it dust because I don't think it was juicy. Now, I have not read Bright. I have not read Shine. I really, really, really wanted to read Bright before this podcast, but I just did not have the time. It's only like 300 pages. I'm still going to read it because I actually ended up getting the ebook, so I might talk about this again next week when I've actually read it. But for now, I'm relying on Asian Junkie and a SNSD fan on Twitter named Morgan with the CVRVLDVNVRVS. Okay, yes, I spelled that right. For the excerpts that got the girls in a tizzy. So essentially the sequel is getting headlines like I mentioned, Bright, because in this, it details the lead character, Rachel, getting kicked out of the group. And so I kind of did my diggings. I don't want to read the Twitter feds piece by piece, but if you go on Asian Junkie, there is a post they have that basically details most of this stuff. And then also I'll link the tweet thread with some of the excerpts as well that have been making the rounds on Twitter. But according to Asian Junkie's kind of rundown, in the book, we hear the book alludes to things such as there's a group called N&G there's an excerpt in the book where essentially their manager, so the manager of Girls Forever, which is the girls' generation in the book or whatever, is basically arguing with, I guess, some broadcast person, and is basically saying if a group called N&G performs on the show, then they're going to pool their artists. And a lot of people are saying this sounds very similar to how JYJ was blacklisted after TVXQ split up into JYJ and then, TVXQ, that is, and Changmin. So it's kind of alluding to how that blacklisting worked behind the scenes. Now, we know that blacklisting is a thing. I think there was even a law passed basically saying you can't do those type of things. But yeah, there's also Rachel meets a man named Tyler, which a lot of people are saying is basically Tyler Kwan, who she dated and who that came out around the time I think she was removed for SNSD. There's information about the members becoming resentful when Rachel decides that she wants to start her own clothing line, not unlike Jessica wanting to start Blanc and Eclair. It mentions that one of the reasons why she thought that this wasn't going to be a big deal is because at the time, the members in her agency were also doing solo activities. And then to add insult to injury, apparently it mentions that in the book, Rachel says that sometimes opportunities that were meant for her were given to other members. So that was also an interesting thing. What I think I found the most interesting, though, was for the most part, the way that it goes down in the book, it seems as though it's alluding or it plays out that essentially it was Rachel's members that wanted her out of the group. And the company was actually okay with it, which I think is interesting because while there are rumors that, oh yeah, they voted her out, blah, blah, some people feel like it was the company kind of being like, you can't do, because if you guys don't know, the whole thing was like, the idea or the rumor was that in real life that Jessica started this fashion line. People were wary of her ability to commit to both the fashion line and being a member of SNSD. Initially, it kind of gets fuzzy there with some people's retelling. Some people feel as though it was like okayed and then, you know, all of a sudden it wasn't. Some people say that Jessica agreed to not like to wrap up her time in SNSD, but then all of a sudden she decided she didn't want to, but then the members were like, or, you know, members, agencies, the team was like, no, you already said you were going to get out, and then they ended up pushing her out and things like that. But how it plays out in this book is that she wants to start this clothing line. The members get kind of jealous and resentful, and they feel like while she's trying to say it's equivalent to the members like doing acting gigs and getting solos, it's not the same because it's like a second business or whatever. And they basically give her an ultimatum. They say that they don't feel like she can focus on both the brand and being a member, so she has to put the brand on hold until their contract runs up. In this, she said that Rachel had talked to the company and they okayed her doing the brand, but it was really the members having a problem. And there's even one part where the company sits down with Rachel and her mom and basically says the members aren't going to perform at a concert because they feel like they were sidelined. Like, I guess they were scheduled to perform at this concert in LA, and they feel like they were sidelined by her fashion, or blindsided by her fashion line. So they said they won't perform if she gets the fashion line. And so I don't know, it was very, if you obviously take it with a grain of pepper. But if you take it at face value, essentially what it alludes to is that it was 100% the members that chose to remove Rachel. Okay? You're not coming for my coin, SM. Rachel from the group because there was some animosity, maybe a little jealousy, because apparently there's a theme of the other members being jealous of her throughout the book, which a lot of people are saying it's giving Wattpad YN, like your name type thing. Like, I saw a lot of criticism that Jessica and you know whoever helped write this or whatever maybe made Rachel look too good. Like, some people were saying it came off as everyone's jealous of me because I'm so pretty and popular, that kind of thing. That's why, again, I want to read it by myself because I know a lot of people have a lot of biases. They'll say they don't, but they will, you know. So I don't know. What do you think about this revelation that this book may be alluding to? It was the members who played a big role in having her kicked out the group.
Well, I always thought that was the case, so I don't know. Because it didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that SM would have just been like, "Oh, you want a company? You want to do a fashion line? Get out!" Like, it just seems like a weird thing to be like, "That's the last straw. Get out of here!" Like, I don't know. Seems like something else was happening on top of that.
The top is so messy. I know a lot of people's pushback with that idea is that the members wouldn't have enough power. Like, a lot of people feel the members wouldn't be powerful enough to be like, we don't want you in the group. Like,
I think they.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of like push and go because it's like, yeah, but then also they also were SNSD, but then also it's also SM. And SM gathered JYJ.
Like, they were like the top group at that time.
That's true, but TVXQ was a very popular group as well, and they shut JYJ down.
That was... oh, no. And I think that's another reason why they wouldn't do that again.
They learned their lesson, you're saying? I mean, they did do it again with Jessica. She's alluded to her being soft.
If it was them, if it's the girls that did it.
Oh, okay.
It's like SM didn't do it.
Well,
the girls were like, "Get out." What is SM gonna do? Like, they're like, "You're you're one of our top like groups right now. We can't. If we want one of them to go, I guess it's gotta happen. If you guys are gonna boycott going on stage or something. You can't stop you.
Okay, let me jump into chat to see what y'all are saying. Y'all think that Jessica's spilling tea, or do you think she's just starting drama for no reason? Okay, Leanne, yes, because Leanne actually reads, so let's get the tea from you. I read Shine, but I'm not well-versed in the gossip enough to know when the parallels were paralleling aside from the obvious references. And to be honest, Shine wasn't good enough for me to continue. But there's a lot of people that were saying this seems like it's for like 13, like it's not very well written. I saw a lot of criticisms like that, which means it's going to be an easy read when I do read it. So low key.
I would not. 300 pages is too much. It's not nicely written.
Well, there's also an audiobook, which I was about to download too, but I don't really pay attention with audiobooks.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think I could listen to someone reading something.
ASDF says, I read Shine last year and the whole book kind of has Your Name vibes. Something I would have probably enjoyed more if I was 14. I mean,
what's your name?
She did.
Is that like?
Yeah, like Wattpad, insert your name here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fanficky. I mean, I feel like she was like, y'all, I'm trying to give you a warning with this cover because it's giving.
You didn't get it from that. That's your own fault.
Daisy says, nah, because the power is they literally said they would not perform with her. Like, it's 1 against 8 powerful. That's powerful.
Yeah, I'm like, SM can't, like, what are they gonna do? We're like, all right, I guess we're gonna, I don't know, take you to court, even though you're like one of our biggest groups right now. I'm like, what are we gonna, like, we're gonna lose you, I guess. I don't know. Just for one member? Like, nah.
But it's Ice Queen Naengmyeon Sesesukajang. How could they do this? Hold on.
They're like, I don't care. Money is money.
Money. Let's see. I also wanted to read, there is one last excerpt that kind of was like the end of the book. There was this one scene where it was literally like the girls in the group being like, oh my god, like what, why is her bag line doing so well? Like this is like what is going on? This makes no sense. Like, and I don't think at the time she had even released the bag when she got kicked out of SNSD. So I feel like there's a bit of, you know, whatever there, like confusion there. But yeah, I don't know. This is interesting.
It seems very dramatic though.
Yeah, it's true.
Why is her bag line doing so well?
They're like,
I gotta get out of this girl. I thought we told her to suck. Like, this is not how it's supposed to be. Like, what?
We thought her bag would flop. But
I said, go get her.
But yeah, so there's like a finishing line where she kind of talks about, and I think this was kind of sad, talks about how, like, you know, it's Rachel in the book, you know, post getting kicked out of Smess and D. It's like, it's called Girls Forever. Imagine if she calls it like Bros Veneration.
It's like, what does that even mean? It's like, if you know, you know. That's like, what it means.
If you know, you know. But yeah, she was in the book. Rachel talks about how she's like, it's really weird to not be in the group anymore, and how she has more pictures with her members than she has with anyone else in her life. And how it's strange to think that there won't be a picture. Like, this last part really seems like she's literally trying to reach out to them. It's like, it says, it's strange to think that there won't ever be a photo of the 9 of us in it ever again. My heart tightens at the thought, and I swallow a lump in my throat. Since the day DB kicked me out, which is the SM Entertainment in this, I haven't
she even picked 2 letters. She couldn't even be like...
She said, since Smeshmam Interschmament,
what even?
That's why, look at her devious self on this toilet. That's why I had to use this picture, because but it says, I haven't had contact with any of my former groupmates. It still stings to think about them, but the pain gets a little less every day. I finally started to believe what Carly, which I do not know who that is, said about the fog clearing and the misery not lasting forever. It's what Oma said too. My best days aren't behind me. They're waiting for me. Some days it's easier to hold on to that than others, but I'm still here and that's enough for me. I clicked through a few concert. Here, I'll put this up so it's not just looks like I'm just making this up from my brain.
You're actually writing this whole entire thing.
I just wanted to debut my own Wattpad thing, and I'm pretending it's Jessica's Bright. I clicked through a few photo should we don't have enough time to go through the whole thing, but I don't know if you guys want to walk through it like later on Twitch or something, let me know. I clicked through a few concert photos feeling nostalgic. My favorite pictures are the ones that are shown in the crowd. Even in a still shot, there's an energy in the fans that shines through. I can even spot a few glowing Rachel headbands. I've always appreciated my fans, but after everything that's happened this year, my gratitude for them has slowly grown deeper. They're the ones who literally got me through my darkest moments. They inspire me and hope that I can inspire them too. So it's like very much like, this seems like especially since it's supposed to be Rachel talking to her fans, it very much seems like Jessica's like saying, y'all, it was hard out here. SM tried to end your girl, but you know.
Wait, can you go back to the list of the names?
Is Carly supposed to be Crystal? Crystal?
Oh, is that?
That's
but
crazy.
She didn't leave before. What's her?
This is why I need to read the book. I'm sorry, I just didn't have time. I was so mad too because I was like, should I delay the show one day just so I could use Saturday to read this? But I don't think I would have finished it.
You could read that fast? My attention span would not allow.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been honing my attention span, so I think I could. Maybe I'm just being delusional. But here, let me find a shot of the actual names.
Because it's listed right there, right?
Is it? Oh yeah. Wow. Can I see? Okay. It's Mina, Lizzie, Eunji, Ari, Sunmin, Jiyoon, Youngum, and Sunhee. A lot of people were saying,
why is there a Sunhee and there's a Sunny?
Sunny, like Sunny.
And then Lizzie, that's like an English name.
So we have Tiffany. And we have Sunny. People were saying that Minna is supposed to be Sooyoung.
Oh.
But again, I didn't read it, so I don't have enough context to read the dub. No, Crystal is Leah. Listen, school us, Leanne. What's the tea? Leanne, was there any shocking moments in in Shine? And then maybe we can decipher based on what you said, who we think that it's about. So we can just get messy for ultimate mess. Because otherwise, I can't really do context until I read, unfortunately. But, I mean, I just don't understand how you can be like, oh, it's literally me, but it's not. It's not based on anything. Like, I feel like that is very much for Sue. I mean, not saying that what is in here is 100% concrete the truth either. I mean, there's like SNSD truth, Jessica's truth, and then there's what actually happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like in terms of if she thinks that this is the truth, who knows?
Yeah. Until she says something.
Ooh, Lauren says Taeyeon and Suyeon are the main mean girls in the group. Damn. I mean, that's
Suyeon.
Yeah, that's
really.
Yeah, that was.
Whoa.
Because I know that Taeyeon, like, that's like, you know, there's all these rumors about what their relationship was towards the end of SNSD, whether Taeyeon played like a big role in the fact that she got kicked out. There's always been rumors like that, but I didn't realize that that's what people were translating as. But I will say,
how do you know it's Suyeon?
I really don't know. I mean, maybe because people are connecting the dots. I mean, there's pretty interesting parts in here, like one of them gets a secret boyfriend, and she, like, I guess bonds because she gets a secret boyfriend, so they bond over having secret boyfriends. I guess maybe one of them acts or something like that, so maybe. Yeah, that's why I was really surprised. I've never heard Sooyoung being like named or thought as or rumored as one of like the big aggressors towards Jessica's exit.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that.
Ooh, Leanne said, I mean, she had a romance in Shine that paralleled the alleged romance with JYJ, Jaejung, IRL. Oh my god.
Wait, what? What romance?
I think it was like one of those really early on romances. You know how like all of them were dating each other, allegedly. That's what the soupy forums will tell
Aren't
you.
they, like, 2 different ages? I don't know why.
I don't think they're that off from each other. I mean, I hope
they just seem like 2 different times to me. I don't know why.
Well, JYP, TVXQ, DB. Okay, I need to get to the bottom of this. Raise your hand if you call TVXQ DBSK. Or you ever did. Like, what?
I don't think I ever met a person that's called them that.
Literally, Dongmin Shingi. Like, when did it become that there are only TVXQ and just not DBSK anymore? It's literally Dongmin Shingi. Like, all of a sudden, like, I thought it was like both. It was like TVXQ in Japan, Dongmin Shingi in Korea. But then at one point, it just became you only call them TVXQ. What the heck?
When SM decided to just call them TVXQ.
Well, SM, you did not consult me, so.
Literally, all their videos are just TVXQ.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just like. I think because they got so popular in Japan, they were probably like, you know what? People just keep calling them that. Let's just call them that from now on.
But when people reference them, like actually speak them, do they say To Shinki or do they say Dongbang Shingi? Somebody help me, because I'm losing my mind. Like, this is like, what is it called? The Mandela effect? Is it Bearstein Bears or is it Bernstein Burrs or whatever?
Berenstain and Berenstain.
Berenstain or Baron's shame. Oh wait, does TVXQ not even stand for Toho Shinki? Why would it? That's Toho Shinki. Okay, here's the tea, y'all. We're finally breaking this long-awaited rumor or whatever. Okay, TVXQ stylized as TVXQ. Apparently, I've never seen this exclamation point in my life, but sure. And initialism for Tong Fang Shen Ki is a South Korean male pop duo consisting of Yuno and Max Changmin. They are known as To Shinki, okay, in Japanese releases, and sometimes referred to DBSK, an abbreviation of their Korean name Tongpeng Shingi. The name roughly translates to Rising Gods of the East. Okay, but what do people call them?
DBXQ.
DBXQ. Dongbang Shinki.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I'm scared. I'm literally scared. That's a Berenstain Barons moment if I ever did see one. Speaking of which, I just learned today there was a dating rumor between GD and Boa when he was still a trainee. Now, carry the 3. How old are they? Boa's 86. G-Dragon's 89.
He's only 89. Okay, I mean, that makes sense.
No, 88. He's 88.
It's getting difference.
Dang, okay. Wait, so Boa, but I think Boa's 86.
Oh yeah, he was in SM, I forgot.
Oh yeah, he was. Okay, so that's a 3-year age difference. Okay. We don't have to call the cops. Although 13 and 10, what are we doing here? Let me not try to like dig up a like 20-year-old rumor. My favorite rumor was G-Dragon and Sohee. I remember because I was a wonderful and I was like, okay, what's the tea? People were putting together PowerPoints. It was a moment. There's a part that in the book that confirms Minna equals Suyoung. Okay, I need to read it. I swear, I'll read it and then I'll cycle back and we can talk about it because I just feel so out of my element because I can only go off of what other people are saying and what other people decide to screenshot. Even though I have it in my Kindle.
You don't have to read it.
I've said TVXQ because that's what everyone else called them. I don't know. This is crazy. I just feel like it's Bo was 16 and he was 14. Okay, that's fine.
Interesting.
I'll allow it. Okay. Let's not do it again. Oh, it's 88 and 86. Why did because I thought he was 80. Well, if he was 89, it would wait. If he was 89, it would be 3. But because I was so confused. Okay, what are the craziest dating rumors y'all remember? Okay, so this is just crazy. I just think it's fun because I really, it did make me have to brush off my old K-pop stan knowledge, because I kind of had to remember what the last, like, what were the most latest rumors of what happened in this situation in terms of, you know, to compare to what was in her book. But I could not remember for sure. I remember the rumor where she was supposed to still be in it, but she got kicked off early. Everyone was saying their Tokyo Dome concert was supposed to be like her send off, and how she was in. Remember that "Catch Me If You Can" song?
Yeah.
Yeah. How there was that song released, and then they found out there was a version with Jessica because y'all used to be super it was really a fun time back then. Basically, people found out that Jessica was supposed to be in this song called "Catch Me If You Can" that they released after Jessica was kicked out, because they went back to her variety show with her and that she had with her sister Crystal, and somebody noticed that she was humming the tune to it, like she was singing a bit of it. So they're like, she sang the song, that means she knows the song, which means she recorded the song. And then all of a sudden the music video with her version with her in it, because they had refilmed it with the version without her, just like dropped on the internet. And I'm surprised SM didn't snatch it up. You could literally find it today. So weird.
I thought they released it. Did they not? No,
it just kind of dropped on the internet. I mean, I'm sure they secretly released it, just like EXO's Tracklist always gets leaked, quote unquote, but you know, a mess.
I missed that.
But yeah, so since Jessica said SNSD did her wrong and they were jealous of her. I mean, I was a child at the time too. I'm younger than them, so I probably wasn't even born. No, I was born. If they were 94, yeah, I was literally a baby. But yeah. I mean, that's kind of what, well, I'll save this for another day, because there's somebody I want to get on here and talk about it with me. But anyway, so that is Success Young story. She's spilling tea. All right, so for the last topic, so I realized I did not download a picture, which is really whack and fake of me. But last episode, somebody asked about, you know, we always talk about podcast nieces. We always talk about, you know, podcast boyfriend, but we never talk about podcast nephews. So I am throwing into the ring for official podcast nephew. Okay, let's see if I actually downloaded the picture. I'm so nervous that I didn't download it. We'll see what comes up. This next thing. Yes! Thank you. Our faves. Literally our nephews. Tomorrow by Together. See, you can tell I'm really in it to win it, because I used to always call them TXT. But I'm now officially calling them Tomorrow by Together, because I am here for my nephews. They released a new album with the title track Good Boys Gone Bad. And let me tell you, this was giving me the energy that Dope gave me back in 2015/16. This song, it's everything. It's everything.
I know you sent it to me, but I did not get the chance.
You deleted it, I know. You deleted that.
I did it, but I couldn't listen to it where I was.
It's really good. And I was listening to the album too. Also very good. It's very moody, sad boy, but also world star hip hop dancer or something. Like, the
styling reminds me of Vix.
It does. It was giving me a little Vixie vibes. Especially because isn't Vix tall? Because they're all like 7'8".
Yeah.
In this
Are
group.
they?
I feel like they're very
the
tall.
One looks kind of short.
Who at the end? Well, maybe they always, you know, sneak a shorty in there and give him lifts, but I think they're all pretty tall. Because I was like, decrease your leg height, okay? This is too tall.
Your leg height. Everything else can stay. It's your legs.
But yeah. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna be 21 in 2 weeks. Can finally graduate from fetus status. The thing is, when you get older, I also get older. So I was gonna say,
you're still gonna be a fetus.
No, I'll give anyone 21 plus. You can graduate to.
You're a baby.
Yeah, you can be a
You're
baby.
a toddler.
It's embryo, fetus. Oh wait, zygote, embryo, fetus, baby. So you can be a toddler. Yeah, there we go. That is so demeaning. I mean it with love, everyone. Listen, I love the youth. I love Gen Z. You know, I have a brother who's Gen Z, so it's fine. But I wish I could play this and point out all the parts I love, but Susan's gonna get on me as usual. But I will say it's great. They have a song called, I think, Froze or Frozen, and these songs are very, very similar. And I remember being like, when I heard the song Frozen, I was like, they should do more of this, because it just reminds me of a very, very like traditional boy band who's just like there to be really cool and edgy, and like, you know, you're like, you know, it's just trying to make you like, you know, it's just cool. Like, it's really, really cool. Their dancing is really great. Like, the choreography, whoever choreographed this really went in, because every single move has meaning. And y'all know how I like to, you know, sometimes call out a lot of those boy group dances that look like they just wanted to make like the dance to be difficult as heck, but it doesn't really have any flow or rhythm. And I think this was a good balance of like, you know, slowing down to keep the pace and make it make sense at some points, but then also really giving, it's just, there's this part where they like put their legs out. I'm gonna just have to show you, Jasmine. It's so good. So yeah, this is my bid for Podcast Nephew. They're going on tour, so me and Jazz are gonna go there and get the scoop. We might even interview them. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, HYBE would not let us even
$200 seats to be in the back.
How much are the I saw that they did announce the tour, but I don't think the actual tickets came out yet. So I'm actually scared, because I don't know if I can do plus 200, which is probably for them because they're popular as hell. Freeze, there we go. Freeze, it's a pop. Yes, okay. It is very emo vibes, and usually the thing is, I'm like, why do I like this so much? Because I feel like usually it takes me a lot to like get into a boy group like song or anything, but it was really good. I don't know, it's really good.
I think you like these types of emo. Like,
yeah,
was it Vampire? Is that the name of the NCT?
Oh yeah, favorite.
I feel like that was a favorite. Yeah. I feel like that's also kind of moody a little bit.
Am I a moody girl? Oh my god, is this my moody era? Oh my god, okay, moody era. But who are you guys' bid for Podcast Nieces? Keep in mind they have to have debuted sometime. Huh?
Nieces or nephews?
Oh, nephew. Maybe I just like the word niece. Nephews. They have to be a 4th gen group. I don't even know what TXT is. Yeah, 4th gen. Yeah. Because that gives them niecery status. Any older, they're in the retirement home with us.
6. I like 6.
Ooh, 6 is good. They recently released a song that I really like, because it's like, you know how I was like crying because I was like, there needs to be more cute like style boy groups, like more like just right. So they released a song like that recently, and I liked it.
Did they? I've been slacking.
It was a Japanese song, so I don't know if it's like on their same like YouTube channel or.
It might have been why.
But I mean, movie star. I love that song. I love pretending I'm like on a magazine cover when I sing that song, and they do the click.
You know. That's a good song.
Okay, we're getting some agreements with TVXQ or TXT. Tomorrow about together. I have to call them the right name. I can't be nasty anymore.
No, it's fine.
It's fine to you, but if I wanna
join me.
Oh, 6 is also on tour. Should we just Should we go? How much is 6's tour? 6 tour tickets. Are we going? Oh no, I saw Ticketmaster and I started shaking and crying and throwing up. Ticketmaster.
Did you even see the price yet?
No, because if Ticketmaster has anything to say, it'll be $4,000 for nosebleeds. And they're like, we saved these platinum tickets because you're a real fan. Pay us $4 million. Like, huh? What?
And you're still in the back.
You're literally, they moved a trash can so you could sit in that place. Oh god, I can't find, but if they come here, I'll come and see 6, even if it's just for Movie Star. I gotta get more acclimated with their songs.
Yeah, I don't think they have a lot of new songs.
Ticketmaster
I don't know
is
any
trash.
new boy groups. Is that bad?
What do you guys? We have 6. Okay, we have Tomorrow By Together. Is there anyone else that you guys? Is AT's 4th gen? Because I know a lot of people like AT's.
I think they're the same as TXT.
Oh yeah, I did see that people were mad because TXT they're not doing stadiums or arenas. They're not even doing arenas, right? They're not doing arenas. I think it's stadiums, arenas, and then like theater concerts or something. But their venues are very small, and people were confused because it's like, y'all, we're trying to see them. What are you doing?
That shows what HYBE thinks of them.
Oh God, that's true. Maybe they want to start. Is this Tomorrow By Together's first tour? Because maybe they want to start them small, and then kind of like how BTS did. And then
yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's more. Well, okay, it depends how you feel about the fans, but I guess it's less egg on their face if they get a smaller venue and like people are like clawing for the tickets than if they get a bigger venue and they can't sell it. So
yeah.
I guess but yeah, I was like, yeah. I mean, I guess for the fans that do get in, it's good because it's a more intimate concert. But yeah, that kind of sucks if you really wanted to go.
Yeah.
I wanted Dreamcatcher tickets, but Ticketmaster didn't even give me a chance. Yeah, this whole like thing selling out during pre-sale, what is that?
I don't even know. That's why I don't even try anymore.
Yeah, like it's yeah, and that's really sad because it's true. Like I really don't even try anymore because it just stresses me out, and I know I'll get like really sad if I like build my whole day around trying to, do ticketing and then I flop. So I'm just like,
I remember I tried to get Red Velvet tickets, and did I go to sleep? Something happened. I was in the queue to get a ticket or whatever, and I walked away or I went to I don't know what I did, but I wasn't near my phone, and then I forgot, and then I came back. I was like, no.
Oh.
So I didn't get tickets, obviously. I was so pissed though, because I was like, why did I do
your
that?
biggest enemy.
Yeah, I need to work on that.
Yeah, that sucks. It's just really, really sad when stuff like that happen. I truly don't understand why maybe it's because maybe it's because they knew the buzz of people being like, I want to go to TXT's tour, but it's so popular because it's sold out. Like that kind of like publicity would be good, because it's like people literally begging to go to the tour all over social media and stuff like that. That makes them look like kings.
Yeah, that's true. It's a tactic.
Yeah, I'm scared now. I don't know if I want to go through that heartbreak of trying to go see them and then not getting the ticket. I was going to BTS's Canada stop on their MOTS tour before they canceled it because of the Panini. And Ticketmaster was like, hey, we're sorry. We canceled the last tour. Have a discount for the show. Wait, did they not refund you? Did they not refund you and then just give you
hey, I don't care. I want my money back. Thanks for the
jump them.
Thanks for the offer. But I want my money back. You can call me at this number. The heck?
The tour was supposed to be in 2020 and they probably couldn't break contract. Wait, trying to get twice tickets on Ticketmaster was the worst experience ever. I literally secured them and was ready to pay. Then the page refreshed. No! Yeah, it sucks. It just sucks. I remember seeing it back in the day, seeing EXO for $80, and now you gotta like freaking, I don't know, freaking know somebody who knows somebody who created Ticketmaster, who created the web, who created the internet. If you want, like, you literally have to be friends with the person who created the internet to try to get this ticket.
Yeah,
it's just a mess. Yeah, like it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I can't do it. I get too emotional with these kind of things. Because if I build up the hype and you're already in your head, you're like, oh, when I get to the concert, I'm going to do this. And then all of a sudden you don't even have tickets. And you're like,
Yeah.
So...
I can just show up at the
What do we do here?
And hope.
Okay. But yeah, so officially Podcast Nephew until they go challenged. So finally one of my faves got into the, you know, the podcast family tree. I'm just so proud.
Ooh.
Because you will not let go of Xiuminte, so I can't have a podcast boyfriend. So I have to try to.
You have.
Yeah,
two.
but that's like not the same
switching.
Because the Xiuminte is not. I mean, whatever I came up with is
my bad. I'm so sorry that your Jungjae minute or whatever has no substance.
Well, the Kyung second would be good, but I can't talk about the glory that is Do Kyung Soo in a second. Damn alliteration. Anyway, speaking of the Xiuminte, reporting live.
So that the show is still happening, the EXO ladder.
3 years later. What is the show about?
And it's just them, like, you know, the ladder game.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's an EXO show. I almost forgot.
Yeah. So it's still going on, I think. And that's about it. So there's clips of that, and yeah.
Go do your own research.
Honestly.
If you really love Xiuminte, you guys in chat would do your own research. And that was the Xiuminte.
Still waiting for his album solo.
It's never happening, Jasmine. Even if it does, it's gonna be like Dusty Kyung Soo, and he's gonna not even report it. I mean, perform it live. What a flop.
You will. I feel like he's very much into just making everything big. The fact that he went off to the army and he was like, everybody, I feel like it looked like he was going off to the actual war, like something actually was happening, because he was just like, he was crying. He did a performance. Yeah, I feel like he liked performing and putting on a show.
I'll let him be their podcast boyfriend for 2 more weeks.
Just for that.
Him out. Yeah, just for that. Just for crying.
Hopefully by then he'll release something.
All right, guys.
Thank you for defending.
Y'all don't gotta go home, but unfortunately you gotta get the heck out of here. Last call, guys. Get your drinks, get your...
Wait, what happened to that other... Somebody brought up something and then he said bring it up later.
Oh yeah,
we can bring it up another time.
Do you remember? If you can remember, I'm sorry. I should have tried to pin it or something. Let me see if I can find it. Lauren, was it you who mentioned it? Because I think you can sort by chat name. MJ from Astro enlisted in the army earlier this week. Aww.
Who?
MJ from Astro.
What?
You love... Oh, I was going to say, you love Astro. Yeah. I remember, I think he was like really sad about it. Or maybe it was the fans, but that, yeah.
He should be sad. He's our age.
Oh, well, then it's about time. Damn.
No. It's not about time.
Oh, someone mentioned a new member of Aespa. Okay, there's a new member of Aespa.
What?
Time is a flat circle. Because remember when they did this for Red Velvet too, and then it actually happened, but they said that like there's going to be multiple new members. Do you think? Because it's happened before, so technically, when did Yeri get added? When did Yeri get added?
The year after? It was like 2015. It was like their second album.
But it would be interesting because Red Velvet hadn't really blown up yet when Yeri got added.
Yeah.
So this would be post already doing really well Aespa. Not to say that Yeri got added because there was any problem with the trajectory of the way Red Velvet was going. New Aespa member. That's crazy.
Why?
How do you think the fandom would take that now? Because they haven't been around.
I wouldn't take it very well.
As the resident Aespa.
I feel like it will happen the same way that I felt when Yeri got added. I was like, but is like, why? Like, who is this? And why do we need her? Now I like her. I'll probably get over it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably would not like, but I am also not a hardcore Aespite in the ways other might be, so maybe I wouldn't be as. But I think that's like actually a good strategy. If you're gonna add a new person, make it the youngest because nobody's gonna hate on the Maknae. That's just ugly of you to do that. The young member, the baby.
They were still doing it.
Okay, this is posted by All Kpop. Now with a new person's netizens think Aespa might add a 5th member after Winter's comment on radio broadcast. Okay, so netizens speculate that Aespa might be adding a 5th member after Winter's slip of tongue during a radio interview. On May 11th, one netizen created a post on an online community titled, "Well, it must be true that Aespa is adding a new member." Here the netizens wrote, "There is a talk that somebody named Ara would be joining Aespa since last year, but she made an Instagram post after leaving SM. But earlier this year, she must have deleted it and gone back into SM." That seems messy as hell. The netizen further added a link to YouTube Shorts, to YouTube short clip where Aespa's Winter was heard saying now with a new person's before getting surprised at her old words. I'm gonna mute it because Susan. Actually, I don't think this one.
다른 분의 아이랑
I feel like okay, that was a bit. I know that was 2 seconds, but I feel like that was a bit like oopsies. Like it wasn't like a real. It didn't seem like a real like, oh my god, I accidentally did something. Like someone's gonna be mad. Like.
Watch this just be like just a virtual person.
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, watch it not be a real person. We're all just like, really?
The ad.
It's gonna be like, Nabis is now a new member.
So the Monroe says Yeri was a member, but she wasn't old enough at the time. Red Velvet. So that was what a lot of people used to explain, because we never got an official explanation. But the tea is when NCT Dream debuted like later on, they were all young. They were a lot
also, what about the thing in the happiness thing where there was like different trainees in the opening?
Yeah, that's true. That was like one of the rumors. And Yeri was one of them.
Yeah, so I feel like it wasn't exactly Yeri.
Yeah, I remember reporting on that rumor. Wow, I'm old. But yeah, so that I remember that being the thing. But like, yeah, that was my thing because I don't know when NCT Dream, but literally the members were younger than Yeri was. So because I know there was a rule that if you're under 15 or something like that, you have limited hours or something, or there's like limited broadcast. But then NCT Dream came with like little. When did NCT Dream?
I think only one of them was too young, and I think that was Jisung.
Yeah, but then that throws the whole Yeri thing out the window because are only boys allowed to be mine? I mean, listen, we can talk about that whole weird double standard, but the laws changed, but the laws would have changed both after, because Yeri was added in 2015. No. 15, because that's when Ice Cream Cake came out, right? Yeah, and NCT Dream debuted in 2016, so the rules would have been applied for both.
Did they? NCT Dream was 16, not 17.
Yeah, that's what it says here. Let's see. Oh wait, is this NCT? Oh wait, NCT Dream. You're right. NCT Dream.
It might have been 16.
Well, either it would be post when that rule existed. Oh, Chewing Gum was August 24th, 2016.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was my only thing where I was like, okay, was that something they just didn't stop caring about shortly after Area got it? It's weird. How old was Sully when FX debuted? So I said debuted in 2009. Sully was born in 1994. 6, 9, she was 15? Maybe even 16.
Two of the members were 15, right?
Yeah, Crystal and Sully were both 15. Or I think Crystal's a little older, because I think Sully's the actual youngest.
I thought Crystal was also 1994.
Actually, they're both 1994, but I meant months-wise, but I'm actually not sure.
And then Luna was a year older.
Yeah, she's 93.
A year older.
Okay. Oh, okay. October, baby, come through. Crystal is, she's October, and oh my God, literally right next to each other. Crystal's October 24th, and Sully's October 14th. So Crystal, no. She was March 24th, so she's 3 years. No, 3. How many months is that? March to 8.
7.
But I guess like Crystal is technically the Maknae, even though they were born in the same year. Huh, interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of people that like Sohee from Wonder Girls, she was like 3. Taemin was 3. Boa was literally 3. Yeah, so a lot of them were very, very young. But who mentioned Monroe, you were right that those laws about like, you know, age requirements and working limits, I believe they were passed around the time Yeri debuted, so around 2015. So they weren't a problem before. But yeah, so I think it's time to wrap it up here. You don't gotta go home, but you gotta get the heck out of here. Thank you again, everyone, once again, for coming through, hanging out, and having a fun time at the Sleepy Idol. Always enjoy where I can sit back and talk K-pop with you. Jazz, before we go, any last words?
Have a great weekend.
Aww. Jazz says, have a great weekend. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. And we will see you next time. Next week, make sure to be here, be on time. Bring your snacks, okay? Bring your drinks, okay? Unless you're underage, okay? You know, no babies drinking, all right? Drink responsibly. Drink water. And we will see you next time. Let me clear this real quick. On what? I'm just trying to kill time so I can clear this thing. Oh, I can't clear it. Let me just. On the Sleepy Idol. So on it, bye.
The amount of brain power.
Bye, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Hopefully you get an A on your paper, Leanne. Best mod. Bye, guys.
Bye.